Welcome to Stream Week. It's time to start. It's Tuesday News Day. Did you know? Did you know it was Tuesday today? I mean, I'm sure you did. Hello, how are you? I wasn't there on Monday, but I'm here now, so everything is all right again. But it is also all Jover. You're very, very true. Joestar saying it's all Jover is very funny as well, just because of like the name similarity there. Hi. I wasn't there yesterday, but I'm here now. How are you doing? How was your start into the week? Mine was pretty chill. I slept for a long time yesterday, which was good. Really enjoyed that. Tuesday in it, mate. It's Tuesday in it, mate. It certainly is. Hi, Caesar. Hi, Juno. I love you're like the best hype man. Let's go. Let's be political up in here. We sure will. We sure will be doing that. Hi, Will. Hi, Wolfie. Woke up just in time. Hey, Chad. Hey, Zecke. Hi, Weed. Hey, Burple. Hey, StreamElements bot. Obviously, Riots in France. Yes. We will talk about that a lot. I pulled up like 7 or so TikToks. I tried to make it an actual estimate. First, I was gonna do a little hyperbole, but then I decided, nah, let's not. Let's just tell you a number that it might actually be. I have a bunch of TikToks to show you because I saw a lot of video recording of the protests. Also, TikTok, it doesn't have a rate limit, so I don't have to be worried that if I want to click on the video, I can't see it anymore. Mahlzeit Stream. It's Mahlzeit Stream. I saw the title and I'm here to help fact check. Let's go. I don't actually know how long I'll be able to stay. I thought about asking you to come on, actually, Evan. But then I was like, I don't know if that's weird to ask. And also, I know that you're very busy today, so I don't know. I don't know if that makes sense. Hi, Tench. Hello, Tench. Yeah, I hear that Macron has been resistant to calling it a national emergency or doing martial law or anything like that. Apparently the right-wingers have been pushing for it, like the right-wing parties, but I don't know. Guessed? I thought about it, but I think Evan is like literally traveling cross-country today, so maybe not the best day to do that. My train is in the evening, so I'm free right now at least. Oh, okay, slay. Well, that's very good. Slay. This has been judged to be very slay. Also, Tenchi is here. Hi, Tenchi. Hello, Tench. Mr. Tench guest starring. Do you have any thoughts about France? No? Yes? Maybe? A few? Okay. He's talking about Voltaire. He needs to shh. Yeah, he says, this is a video game influence! I have an article that is covering Macron's response, but I haven't pre-read the article. At least not a lot. I just kind of looked over it. So we'll see if that's in there. But oh my god. Maybe you should come on. I think it might be funny. But we'll see. It's one of the first things I'm going to cover. Let me know if you can, I suppose. I'm going to have a reporter on the ground. Literally. There was like a helicopter over your house the other day. So, literally reporting on the ground. Oh wow, you saw the meme, but oh wow, indeed. Is there a lot more croissant review because of the riot though? Good question. Croissant? More croissant or less croissant? Or an equal amount of croissant? I can't. Give me a second to set up my computer. Oh my god, let's go. We have a guest. Well, I have a lot of things also lined up to talk about in regards to France. So we'll look at like the articles at least first, I think. And then if you have time, you know, you can come on. Damn, I should have planned this beforehand. See, should have just asked. But now we're doing it impromptu. That's pretty good too. Either way, this is Zecke coming at you live from the very sunny California, located entirely within Germany. And there's a lot of news to talk about, but also I had a dream. About Persona. Instead of streaming Persona yesterday, I dreamt about Persona yesterday night or today morning. More so today morning because I do go to bed after midnight, so technically it was all today morning. So I dreamt about Persona, and it was basically all catchy. We were playing Joker at the beginning of the dream, but then later on we were just playing Akechi, I think. I'm not sure. It was very confusing. Obviously, it's a dream about a video game. And I just know that everything was going wrong, as always. Dreams love to have everything go wrong, I think. Live news report. Damn, the budget. I know, right? It's amazing. Like, we were trying to, like, get the true ending or whatever. It didn't really work out. I don't know. I think we made some, like, wrong choices in Akechi's dialogue tree. I think we were mean to a police officer as a catchy, or like not I don't know if he was police or if he was just like a counselor or something, but it didn't work out. It was really bad. We weren't supposed to be mean to him, and then we were in like an institution or something. Very odd, extremely odd. It was like a mix between, first it was kind of a summer camp situation, like a vacation that you take with your school class, and then it transitioned into a mental hospital, I think. I already forgot. There was also a fair. There was a bridge. There was water under the bridge. I'm trying to reconstruct this dream. It was very abstract. I guess I play too much Persona 5 Royal. I do. It's true. Especially because I thought about it before going to sleep, so it makes a lot of sense that I did dream about it, yeah. It has consumed my life. Tell Tenji I said hi. Hey, Tenji! Cloud saying hi. Yes? Hi to you. A very cautious but kind-hearted hi. He's leaving. He has officially left. I think he took that high and was like, okay, I got everything I need out of this stream now. I can now rest easy. Bon dia! Bom dia? Yes, you too. Me when I speak all the languages. Look, all the friends are here. That's beautiful. That's wonderful. We might have a guest speaker today. Oh my god, Evan might guest star. We should start though, because I need to I actually want to get through the articles before I talk to Evan. So, and we have other things to talk about too. I thought today we might not have that much to talk about, but we always have a lot to talk about, don't we? I've said it before. I'll say it again. Persona 5, 500 hours. If we count the hours in my brain, yes, you can never have too much Persona. I do agree, though. The dream was, like, low-key traumatizing. I don't remember a lot of it. Like I said, obviously, dreams, if you don't write them down immediately, you will forget. And I don't have the time to write all that down when I just wake up. But, oh boy. I know, like, it was slightly upsetting, but I don't remember in what specific way. I think just because I was streaming it, too, in the dream. It was like a weird mix out of, oh, the game is real, and also I'm streaming the game, but also everything is fucking up all the time. We're not getting the ending that we want. Save states are, like, overlapping each other. It's rough. It was rough. Also, hi, Chris. How are you today on this beautiful Tuesday in April? Hope you're very well. Well, we have a schedule. Let me look at that. Oh, you were also in a weird amusement park? I swear. Like, half of the dream was, like, on a pier where there's, like, amusement park. That was an amusement park backdrop as well in my dream. It wasn't, like, the central focus, but we did go through there 100%. What are we talking about? I lost track. Understandable. My dream. But we're gonna wrap up the dream now. Persona 1 to 4 playthrough when? Well, if once the remake comes out, but that's actually in 2024, so that's, like, a while away. But I do want to play Persona 3 then, with the remake. But the other ones, I don't know yet. I'll think about that when we're through the current one. I think I have some time to think about that, no? Yeah, I think so. Hey, look! A docket! Oh my god, there's so many links. Okay, it was actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 TikTok links. Still feels like a lot. I think it is a lot. Also, I put this one at the very top because that's the only tweet that I've linked that I couldn't grab a screenshot of. So, in case the rate limit is exceeded. I have no idea what rate limit I'm on. I think I was on Twitter a little bit last night too. I don't know if it resets on midnight. I'm very worried. I basically have been off Twitter a lot. I'm not like scrolling nearly as much as I usually do because, yeah, I'm scared to run out of tweets, especially for today. So I only have this one Twitter link. I do have Twitter here, but like I said, there were screenshots as well. So whatever. The world slowly changed into an amusement park. I can remember everything. Oh, nice. Good job remembering your dream. Also, bizarre. I love that. Doom is eternal, and so is Persona. True. I dreamt I had a mass vigilante alter ego and vampires summoned Satan in my uterus. Huh. Slay. What rate limit? You mean how many tweets you can look at? Yes. Do replies count as tweets? I don't know. There's a lot of things I don't know about the Twitter rate limit. I mean, we'll talk about it, right? It's in there as well. But I don't really know about the details of all of that. I just know. I think he also didn't disclose. I think he kept it purposefully vague. But we'll get to that when we get to it. Let's have a little overview of the docket for today. We have Suicide Squad anime? What? I learned about this yesterday and I felt like talking about it because my initial reaction, I saw like a bit of the trailer And I have some thoughts, so I would like to share them with you. France Riots, we have a lot. We have a Le Monde article, we have a DW article, and we have 5 TikToks. And we have a guest speaker, if everything works out. Then we have a video that was sent to me, which is a VTuber criticizing the Eat the Rich sentiment. At least that's what I gleaned from thumbnail, title, and general discussion. Her name is Kirsche, which means cherry in German. I wonder if she's German. I don't know her. I've never seen her content before. I hear she's not the greatest, but we'll see. We have Twitter, of course. Also 2 TikToks here. See, if I can't get tweets in, I'm gonna get TikTok in. You need at least one T-based social media platform. Suicide Squad anime, yeah! We'll look at the trailer. I hope I don't get, like, shut down for that, but I'll look at it. And we have, of course, what is it, Zecke stream, if there's not an AfD update? Life is a constant stream of misery. Only discovered just now discovered the existence of Twitter rate limits, and now my day is fucking ruined. Yeah, you use it. You use Twitter too, don't you? Germans not being the greatest. How will we recover? How will they recover? That's never happened before. We're not used to that, right? I don't know if she's German or if she just has a German name, though. Like I said, never heard her talk. Maybe we can tell when we hear her talk. I don't know. Hey there, hi. I'm ready to die. Oh my god, me too. Well, first, Suicide Squad anime. It's apparently animated by the same people who made Spy Family and, I mean, whatever else that studio has made. There was another prestigious name in that roster, and I was pretty excited. So, let's just take a look at that, and also, let's make the music real quiet so it doesn't copyright me. I mean, the music is really good. Also, I really like that shot. Also, she looks very cute. Also, I have a lot of thoughts. This is Harley Quinn, obviously. She looks very cute. This is legitimately from DC and everything. German? Shaking my head, such a shame, right? Hey, Marin. Look at that anime Joker. I will never recover. The music sounds great, but I'm also very scared of being copyrighted by it. Anime Joker. I will never, ever, ever recover. I've been in the Fediverse for a while, and it's a lot of fun. Better than Twitter. What is that? I want to get into Blue Sky. Look, Blue Sky is also trending. I want to get into Blue Sky. Anime Joker. Persona. Oh my god, imagine this form of this version of the Joker meeting Persona Joker. Can you imagine? Elon's like, this is fine, it's fine. Of course it's fine. Yeah, director Eri Osada, does that say anything to you? Oh, Mastodon is part of the Fediverse. Yeah, I've just heard people complaining how difficult Mastodon is to use. I've never tried to use it myself. Hi, Nessie. It looks very smooth. It looks well animated so far, but continue watching, continue watching. She is so cute. Like, that's very important, you know? Obviously, Harley has to be cute. Now, the Joker, I don't know about the Joker, I'm gonna be honest with you. Also, he looks way different from the previous shot, doesn't he? Is that him? Is that really, like, him? His hair is a complete... Well, I mean, I guess maybe it was the light, I don't know. She looks cute, that's important. The Joker, I don't know. It's kind of... he looks a little too... I don't know. I can't really describe it. A little bit too flat, too clean, maybe. I don't know. Too clean. I think too clean is one way of putting it. He has like this hair, which, to be fair, he's had a similar hair to that before, but I don't really know about like the whole. Is that? I think his actual mouth is like down here, and the teeth are painted on. He doesn't look too edgy necessarily, but too cleanly edgy. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Again, trying to pause a lot because that shot was cool. But now, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? What the... Huh? It's a fucking isekai. The anime is a fucking isekai. The Suicide Squad anime is a fucking isekai. It's also in the title, which is why I didn't read the title of the tweet, because I watched this first on TikTok. Of course, like I said, I'm on TikTok now instead of Twitter. I watched this first on TikTok, and I saw that I just watched the trailer and I was like, oh nice. And then I saw that dragon creature and I was like, huh, what is this? And then I saw these guys and I'm like, no, you must be kidding me. You must be absolutely kidding me. It's a fucking isekai. Why is it an isekai? I don't even care about this, but I'm still disappointed. Why do you make it an isekai? Look at these, the most generic of like anime, like medieval type dudes you could ever picture. Same with the weird pig dudes. They're the most generic looking motherfuckers I could have come up with. Why is it an isekai? I was about to say it's in the title. Yeah, I wanted to keep it like a surprise for people who don't read Google's isekai. Oh, isekai is an anime genre where the protagonists get swept away into another world, and it's so oversaturated. 50% of fucking anime is isekai at this point, and it's usually not great. Isekai Suicide Squad anime. Reality is very absurd. What's even going on anymore? I wouldn't know. It's going to be so cringe. I might finally care about something DC related. Let's go. I mean, maybe I can totally see it being so cringe that it's good, with it being an isekai as well. The animation does look good. Will I watch it? Probably not. Will there be memes? Probably. Imagine the fucking Joker in this sort of reality. Isekais are just bad reactionary power fantasies, though. Egid, I've never watched a full isekai because, like I said, I'm not keeping up with anime these days anyway. She looks very pretty, though. Like, if anything, we'll get a lot of new profile pictures of people using her face as profile pictures. So, you know, slay. That would be nice if they got Margot Robbie to voice Harley. But is it produced Japanese? I mean, in the dub, I guess. Is it produced in English or is it produced in Japanese? I don't know. There was a Batman anime. Oh my god. DC has a rich and vast universe to create in. I agree. I would much prefer to see more of Gotham because I think Gotham is a very interesting place. I really like Gotham. I'm like more of a fan of DC than I am of generally anime, I guess, at this point. So this is kind of disappointing, I'm not gonna lie. If there's so many isekais, they must be very popular in Japan. Understandably, that so what with the working conditions over there? Like, the premise of an isekai, it makes sense that this appeals to a lot of people. But, you know, the show has still got to be well done for you to want to watch it, no? Look at that, Jesus Christ. There he was again. Can you, like, yeah, there he is. I just don't like this weird mouth thing. They didn't actually cut his mouth. They just drew on this cut and this weird, like, and the smile. Which, you know, okay, not a terrible decision, but not a decision I would have made. That's all I'm saying. So she's still around. I forget her name, but I know her. Also, Tenchi doesn't like it, I think. I love just hearing Tenchi bark and just, like, ascribing him an opinion on the current topic that we're talking about. Interesting. Not my Joker. Truly not my Joker. I mean, fucking Folie à Deux is coming out soon, right? That's where my Joker is in. Anything else? Okay, that's just more credits. Yeah, interesting. Interesting shots in there. That's a good shot. This shot transitions to, like, the weird dragon thing. I wonder what they're gonna do. Because this sounds like... First of all, Suicide Squad is not centered around the Joker and Harley Quinn, usually. Suicide Squad stories are centered around Harley Quinn mostly, yes. But not... Now it's, like, doing some weird laggy stuff. I'm gonna just leave the screen. They're usually not centered around the Joker much because he's not part of the Suicide Squad, so why is he in there so heavily? Yes, fan service, I suppose. People tune in for the Joker, I guess, but... Well, I don't know. I don't know if that's gonna be good. I think this show is probably gonna be really bad, but maybe I'll actually watch an episode of it whenever it comes out. Did they announce when it comes out? Am I gonna click on the same tweet again, and is that gonna take... If you view the same tweet twice, does that take up your... Does that take up your... they don't say when, at least... It's a first teaser, right? Yeah, they don't really say when, as far as I know. Does that take up another view or not? I wonder. Wonder what OP cheat powers the useless goddess who accidentally killed them is going to give them. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens, huh? It's just the first teaser, so we'll have to see when it even comes out. I'm sure it will come out, though. There's a lot of animation in there already, so I wonder what the plot will be. I wonder if there will be other characters like next to Harley Quinn and the Joker, because there should be. The Suicide Squad is a cast of characters that are not really centered on these two. Also, I bet their relationship is going to be handled with as much care as you, like, I don't know, handle your unloved child, because I don't think they're gonna portray it in a complex and nuanced way. Now, they could surprise me there. They could surprise me and actually, you know, portray them in a way that kind of spurs a little bit of thought, maybe even discussion amongst viewers. But I don't know. I wouldn't bet on it, is all I'm saying. I wouldn't bet on it. It's probably just gonna be like, oh my god, she is my crazy girl, and he's my crazy boy. I'm over it. If that's the case, I'm already very much over it. I'm gonna watch it. It's not like I get a shit ton of games, films, and TV shows I'm backlogging. No, right? No. You're not busy at all. Hopefully it has a lot of shots featuring the Joker's abs. It's worth watching through all the cringe. Oh my god. I bet that Joker does have abs. Like, a lot of them. At least 8. The other characters are going to be a harem of generic girls. Oh my god. Imagine. I wonder who the main character is too, right? Because I guess you gotta have a main character. It would make sense for it to be Harley, but there rarely is a female main character in isekai stories. Anyway, we'll see. I hope Harley gets back together with Ivy. I hope so too. That's the OTP. That is the OTP. Much less toxic than Harley ex-Joker is. I mean, haha, Ivy is toxic, isn't she? But as far as I know, it's much less toxic than that relationship. We had a whole breakup movie about those two, so, you know. Joker getting a harem. Why can't I see that? I can see that too. And that's a big problem. If that's the storyline, dude, I'm so out. I am so out. I am 3 times out. I'm not in the room. I have left. I am gonzo. Okay. I got an update that Evan is available. That's nice. I bet Evan is also still watching. I'll let you know when you can hop on if you wanna. I wanna see some weird Japanese DC stuff. Well, we'll see it. I have unsubscribed. I mean, I'm probably not gonna watch it anyway, so they really don't have to care about my opinion, but oh boy. I'm gonna be out. Joker looks almost edgy enough to be an isekai character in that trailer. He does! He's like edgy, but the clean type of edgy, which is not my type of edgy at all, no. Also, there's a subject section of isekai featuring female protagonists typically getting isekai'd into dating sims. True. I recently watched a video about that, I already forgot title and everything, so I shouldn't call it out, maybe, because I can't shout it out. Oh well, I watched a video about that. They're coming back, you know. Female-led isekais are slowly but surely coming back, but I don't see that one being one. I would be surprised. Maybe they're gonna subvert the genre and make it actually interesting. That would be fun. I would be down for that, but you know, I'll give you updates if I remember. If I hear about it again, I'll let you know. Why not a John Brown isekai going back in time to destroy slavery and rejecting the harem anime trope? I feel like that might be a little too spicy for American, no, not American consumers even, for Japanese consumers, perhaps. Am I early for once? Yes, you are. We just talked about the weird Suicide Squad anime, and that's about it. If you want a non-dating sim isekai with female protagonist, see Bofuri. I mean, I don't really want any isekai generally, personally, but it's a good recommendation for anybody in chat who is looking for something like that. I watch very long YouTube videos, some of them being made by VTubers, yes, but other than that, I'm not watching shit. I don't have the attention span to watch new series. I have thoughts about isekai. Me too. That's why I wanted to like put it on the docket, because I did want to talk about it at least a little bit. But we're gonna move on to France Riots, because I have somebody waiting to be called by me at some point. Because I told him, sure, let's do that. Well, Le Monde, but English version, because ain't no way I'm gonna live translate French. And also Google Translate is not as good for French as it is for German. So we're gonna go to the English version of the website, and we're looking at an article that talks about Macron's gradual response to riots after the death of Niall. Maybe we should go to you first, because I don't know if you cover the whole like story. Do you cover the basics? La France, oui. So true. So there's been riots in France. I keep flip-flopping between how I say the country's name, and it will happen again. I'm sorry. Oh God, you had a lovely argument with your family about France. I can imagine that this would be quite the divisive subject, even in more progressive families. I mean, I don't know what your family is like politically. How would I know that? But I can imagine that this subject specifically could stir some discussion. Perhaps heated discussion too. Yes. Oh my God, you pulled an all-nighter. Oh no, eat something, Marin. Go fetch food. Do that. Yes, please. So, France is on fire. Again, why is it this time? Last time I heard about it, it was because of the retirement reforms that Macron was passing and making retirement, I think, start at 65 or something. I don't know, some sort of... I am from Bavaria. I have a guess. Okay, they are not that liberal. Then I see they're more conservative. That makes a lot of sense. The argument would be even worse than in that case. That was the last time when Paris and other big cities in France were on fire, was around the time of those laws being passed, and generally the world was in support of that, if I remember correctly. I only saw positive feedback for this one. Now France is on fire again. It's just a regular Tuesday, it's true, but this time I feel like they have a very good reason to set the country on fire, because police killed a 17-year-old named Nael. I think it was during a traffic stop, if I remember correctly. Yes, all over the country, tens of thousands of people have taken to the streets, sometimes violently, expressing their anger over the killing of 17-year-old Nael, a teenager of Algerian descent, who was shot dead by a police officer at a traffic stop last Tuesday. So it's already a week ago, I guess. Vive la révolution! Truly, people are I feel like, personally, a personal opinion goes in there immediately. I'm glad to see it. I'm glad to see that there's this big of an outrage about something like this happening, because I can see something like this happening in Germany, right? Because it does. It happens all over the world. If something like this happened in Germany, if police killed like a 17-year-old, yes, there would be protests, but our protests, even the Antifa protests, are usually largely peaceful. We just walk. We do our chants, and it's good to show up, and I think that's important as well, showing up and showing solidarity with victims of crimes like this, and showing that there is a voice that goes against what the police are doing and all of that. It is important, but we wouldn't be able to set this much shit on fire, frankly. And at that protest, at this hypothetical protest that would be happening in Germany, of course the police would make 700 arrests or something, depending on how big the protest was. Yeah, clearly. Why wouldn't they do that? Of course. For what? Oh, just cause they would just do that. And, what can you do? Not much. That would be what would happen in Germany for 100%. Never ask a Frenchman what gamer moments La France had between 1954 and 1962 in Algeria. Yeah, there may be a bit of a history there, perhaps. We don't really know. The tourists are so confused. The French citizens are acclimated towards it, probably. The clashes between mostly young protesters and the police have raised questions about the sheer amount of violence and random destruction. Well, seems like still, even despite all of this violence, nobody's really listening. And that's why I looked for a response from Macron, because, brother needs to say something, doesn't he, when his whole country is on fire. Another topic has also emerged, the question of how the killing of Nael and the subsequent anger spilling out on the streets is linked to systematic racism within French society and the country's long colonial past. Well, quite closely linked, I would say, probably. Discussing the story sadly shows the racism is alive and well in Europe. It so is. The fucking responses. The responses I've seen on Twitter and also TikTok, like I said, can't go to Twitter too much. TikTok and general news outlets saying they are... that you will hear the most far-right racist shit in response to these riots. It's crazy, especially on TikTok. Oh, he has. And it's all is, as always, bullshit. It's always bullshit. It cannot be anything else. Oh, he recently said France will not apologize for Algeria? Oh, okay, cool. mask off Twitter shit. Really? Like they say it so casually. They're talking about, first of all, it's a complete lie. I've seen a lot of people saying on social media, this is the Africans, in quotation marks, burning down Paris, burning down France or whatever, destroying France, whatever they are trying to, like, you know, hyperbole, which is not true at all. There's like no truth in that. It's absolutely deranged sort of schizo posting, and it's everywhere. Absolutely insane. Yeah, that's the tweet that I responded to. I saw that. Yeah, I saw that tweet as well. It's like, brother, this is literally not what's happening. Are you blind? You don't understand anything. Also, Paris is destroyed every second Tuesday, as it should be, until it's like, no, I'm kidding, until it's actually gone. Just came back. We destroying France already? As we should. I don't know if this is just a rumor, but I heard the police officer got more donations than the family of the 17-year-old. Could be a rumor, though. If it's true, God, that fucking sucks. Also, I could see that because bigoted people are rich and stuff. For once, I responded to the blue checkmark base. Sometimes you just gotta say something. I mean, I respond too, but I respond in my own little bubble, not on Twitter itself, usually. It is true. Oh, Jesus Christ. Fucking Jesus Christ. Yeah, France's President Emmanuel Macron called the killing of Naël inexcusable and inexplicable. True. But what are you gonna do about it? A description Crystal Fleming, a professor of sociology at Stony Brook University in New York, disagrees with. It's not inexplicable. It's not a mystery. It is racism. Okay, true. Yeah, no, actually... This professor is absolutely right. Call him out. Call him out, Crystal. We're on a first name basis. Francis, I'm right here. Oh no. It's your president. Fleming added that the protests and riots following the deadly shots fired by police were a reaction to French racism, which is linked to colonialism. Like everywhere in Europe, right? Hi, mister. As well. Hello. Romanian's educational system is shit, and now every teacher is on strike. Oh boy, yeah, the teachers should strike more often. That makes sense though, because they get like no pay, nowhere. Sociology, doing something for once. Sociology, let's go. Both, she says, are typically denied and erased from the collective memory by French authorities and politicians, despite centuries of racial oppression of its minorities and colonized populations. Yeah, France was a huge colonizer. They were absolutely huge. Same with Britain. I don't think, do British people ever talk about that? Is that ever anything that's discussed? I feel like they don't. They really, like, they sweep that under the rug as much as possible. As far as I'm aware, I don't hear them paying reparations or anything like that. Okay, as far as I'm aware, Germany didn't do a lot with colonies. We had some... No, that was the Netherlands, right? No. Did Germany do colonies a lot? If yes, then we also sweep it under the rug, because I'm not aware of it. But I don't really think they did colonies that much. And I mean, Germany works on reparations, as far as I know. With, like, you know, the war and everything. But not that much colonies. British people may or may not unconsciously revel in a superiority complex. Yeah, they do that. And the royals still exist and everything, so yeah. Yeah, vom Ersten Weltkrieg. Yeah, we did, but we were bad at it, so you don't hear about it as much, I guess. Well, but drittgrößtes Kolonialreich, that's pretty big, yeah. No, you don't hear a lot about that either. I guess that's something that countries just don't want to discuss with their own citizens ever, probably. That's fucked up. German colonial history isn't discussed at all in school. Yeah, I didn't hear about it at all. I only learned about it like 2 years ago. Yeah, so every single country in Europe is like, colonial history? Us? No. Namibia, that's where we were active. Okay, that's good to know. I want to educate myself about that too, because like Cloud said, as a fellow German, they didn't really talk about that ever. So like every European country, they're like, nah, us? No way. But we can teach you about Britain and France and all the other ones. Lots of countries. If you dig into the past deep enough, you will find either things either states or governments did that are morally reprehensible. I mean, of course. Naturally. Yeah, you can look up Völkermord, Anden, Herero und Nama. Okay, I will take a picture of chat and then I can know that. Did Europe as a whole put a map of Africa down and divide it amongst them like cakes? Maybe. I didn't. Yeah, right? I do think that I may have heard something like that before. That sounds like something they would do either way. Because they see it as free real estate. What, people live there already? Yeah, but not people like us. They don't look like us at all. We can take that over and govern them under our rules and everything. Obviously. Yeah, all like Nationalstaaten were always colonial. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. They wanted to expand, obviously. I mean, Germany was also expanding at the time as well. There are certainly caricatures of that. Yeah. Don't look up apartheid. Well, I'm aware of apartheid in general. I am aware of that. France is still haunted by its colonial past. It's true that France was one of Europe's largest colonial powers from the 16th century until the 1970s. That's a long time. 1970s, that's very recent. Its leaders, like many others on the continent, believed their civilizing mission justified forcefully exploiting countries and territories all over the world. While the French Revolution in they had the whole revolution and stuff, but you know, by the way, I have a thing that gives me definitions if I double click a word. For other languages too, it's very handy. Promised liberty, equality, and fraternité, which is brotherliness, to all Frenchmen, not women, but that's another story. On the French mainland, those in the colonies could only dream of equal rights. That makes a lot of sense. Their day-to-day life was marked by repression. Men and women were forced to assimilate to French culture and language. In Algeria, for instance, in particular, France's role in Algeria in particular, has remained a very sensitive topic. It makes sense why these riots are happening. It makes sense why these riots are so intense and heated as they are. Und als kleiner Nationalstaat haben wir letztlich gleich die EU gegründet. Also wieder was Übernationales, was sie... Ja, Rechte wollen dies aber nie hören. I can imagine why. The North African country was first colonized in 1830 and then integrated into French national territory. When Algeria reclaimed its independence, a brutal war broke out that claimed hundreds of thousands of lives, mostly on the Algerian side. Yeah, no shit, I guess. And which eventually led to the end of French rule in 1962. That is not that long ago. That is very recent. Also the Algerian, yeah. It was not long ago at all. Like, most people's grandparents know it. Like, I think my mom was born in 63. That's crazy. Not me doxing my mom's age. You don't know my mom, it's fine. But Jesus Christ, yeah, that's very recent. That is not that long ago when it comes to history, like, at all. Every time you see, like, a black and white photo, you think, oh, this was millions of years ago. No, it was not. It was pretty recent. Doxed, I know. Well, I mean, it was probably shortly before 1962. I don't know how long the war lasted, but 1962 is when it ended, I guess. I would assume that the war ended at the same time. Yeah, as the rule ended. I know it's still quite recent. I just can't remember when. 1962-ish, I think. It ended there. I don't know how long it was, though, so it doesn't say. At around the same time, France was forced to relinquish control of its other colonies as well, mostly due to the success of independence movements. However, some overseas territories remain until present, and the country has kept its economic, political, and military influence in its former colonies, mainly on the African continent. That's very true. I mean, that's why a lot of, like, African countries speak French as well. It's because they're colonizing. It started in 1956, and that's not the number that is there. It started in 1954 and ended 1962. That's long, huh? That's why a lot of Bundeswehr was in Mali, because of France. Because of France! It's all because of France. By supporting authoritarian leaders to defend its interests, obviously. Current French President Emmanuel Macron has, more than any other head of state before him, acknowledged his country's colonial past as a historic crime. Good first step, but I hear he's kind of gone back on that a little bit. Or so I hear. He vowed to give back stolen artifacts and set up commissions looking into France's role in Algeria and during the genocide in Rwanda. Good. if you actually do that, that would be pretty good. But critics like Crystal Fleming claim that doesn't go far enough. France, many say, should assume its full responsibility for the past, for example, when it comes to acknowledging crimes committed during its colonial rule. However, Macron has stated that he does not intend to ask for forgiveness over his country's role in Algeria, as it would break all bonds. Ah, okay, there it is. There it is. There's that good statement where he's like, well, I mean, I'm not gonna ask for forgiveness. That would be crazy. Why would I ever do such a thing? We just did heinous, unspeakable acts. Why would I ask for forgiveness about that? What? Yeah, a politician only doing like the bare minimum that is required of them to seem like an okay person and then immediately going back on that? Ain't no way. Ain't no way. We had some gamer moments. Everybody has some gamer moments. He should have brought out the ukulele. I mean, obviously, everybody makes a mistake. Why are you all on the toxic gossip train? What bonds? Bonds with racists? I wonder if this is like a weird translation or not. Because like, what are you referring to with bonds? Because this is, I mean, it's a translation of a statement. I would assume that he made it in French, or maybe he made it in English and he translated it weird, and that's why it's a weird translation. Because his translation was, I don't know what this statement means. I was thinking about it in like, if this was a German statement, it's like, there's like a saying like that, I think. I don't know. The French government continues to portray itself as non-racist. Of course, governments like to do that, meanwhile acting the complete opposite. Elements of French society and school books have long argued that colonialism has its positive aspects. Holy shit. See, ours just don't talk about it at all, which not like better, but I mean, obviously France just wants to protect their heritage, right? And that's so good and fine. In 2017, far-right politician Marine Le Pen said French colonization gave a lot to former colonies. I mean, yeah, I'm not surprised that she said that. The fact that Le Pen made it into the runoff elections in 2017 and 2022 and has a chance to become France's new president shows how widespread this thinking still is. True. Very true. And not surprising because, you know, right-wing ideologies are on the rise yet again in Europe. At the same time, the French government continues to portray itself as non-racist, as Fleming. In fact, France has a long portrayed itself as colorblind, our favorite thing, meaning it collects no census or data or other data on the race of its citizens. Yeah, colorblind is great. Yeah, she's our local Nazi family. She is. Le Pen really is. Gave a lot. Care to elaborate, Le Pen? Maybe elaborate a little bit. Go full mask off. I'm sure she wouldn't even lose numbers or anything. Her dad's knife was found in Algeria after the war and stuff like that. Literally, she has the closest ties to actual atrocities that you can have. Imagine the equivalent in German school books. Hitler built the Autobahn. Yeah, like, at least that's the one good thing about German education. Well, one of the good things about German education. We are very well educated on the Second World War, First World War too, but mostly the second one and the general, like, Nazi regime and everything. And obviously, they don't say that there's good aspects to it. Nobody would ever say that in school. Far-right people would certainly say that, but they're usually not teachers, because I'm pretty sure that is Volksverhetzung and you're not allowed to do that. Widespread, haha. Misheard it as how widespread, and it still makes sense. It does. She has done a great job to make herself seem less extremist than her dad, though. Oh, okay, and not to be so far right. It's so angering. Okay, so she does pander to the centrists a little bit. Except for Höcke. He is a history teacher! He is? Oh my god. Ain't no way. Imagine you went to school and fucking Höcke was your history teacher. No way. Well, not anymore, I'm sure. He was I didn't know. I did not know. Holy shit. Okay. The more you know, huh? Well, however, this is not what many people of migrant descent, like those who are now protesting, are experiencing. There's a problem of systemic racism in the French police, obviously. said Rokhaya Diallo, an author and one of France's best-known racial equality activists. The French government has repeatedly denied this accusation. Police brutality is a violation of human rights. Hashtag Nael. Yes, activists want French police to address the systemic racism. Good idea. I agree. There's another video on the riots and everything. According to the study by the Human Rights Ombudsman, young men who are perceived as black or Arab are 20 times more likely to be stopped by French police. That is a lot. That is a lot. Wait, is spread? Like, Kaya? No. And many of those young men trace their roots back to former French colonies and live in the so-called banlieues, the suburbs of big cities like Paris, Marseille, or Lyon. Yeah, where this whole thing takes place as well. We'll see the name again later, and then I remember. I mean, Macron is supposed to be a centrist, so centrists who end up voting for the far right. That's unheard of. Yeah, Macron does give off centrist energy, derogatory, of course, centrist energy. I mean, how can you call somebody a centrist and not have it be derogatory? It is pretty wild, isn't it, Cloud? It is pretty wild. I'll be gone now. Bye, Cloud. See you around. Have a good day. Don't think about any of these news anymore for today, I hope. These banlieues, as author Johnny Pitts wrote in his book Afropian, Notes from Black Europe, were actually a side effect of the creation of the Paris so many love and cherish nowadays. In the mid-19th century, funded mainly by colonial riches from Africa, Napoleon III commissioned city planner Georges Eugène Haussmann God, there are so many languages in here, to create a new Paris with wider streets and better sewage system. Those with smaller budgets were pushed to the outskirts. Yeah, that is how I imagined this would have taken place, yes. After World War II, high-rise buildings were constructed in response to economic growth, which encouraged migration. Historically, these banlieues have been neglected by the French government. Nicolas Sarkozy, a former president, suggested in 2005 as interior minister cleaning the suburbs with a high-pressure cleaner. Okay. Insane. That sounds like an insane statement. I don't quite know what he means by that. Haussmann, who created the now Paris, he has a whole architectural movement. Ah, I see. Like, I don't know how he means this. I don't know what this one statement is, how you're supposed to read this. They've been neglected by the French government. Yes, that sounds like they're trying to help the people in there. But saying that you're supposed to be cleaning the suburbs with a high pressure cleaner sounds like he would just sweep out. He means it as right. Okay, that's how I read it too, but it wasn't like 100% clear for me because I don't know the man, you know. He was Pepe posting before Pepe. He really was. I'm like, who's this dude? And why is he talking like that? He was a right president and very racist. Okay, that puts it in perspective. And now I am 100% certain that I have interpreted this statement correctly. Good to know. Ever since, programs have been set up, talks have been held, but not much has changed. There it is, Nanterre. A resident of Nanterre, where Nael was killed, told DW's correspondent in Paris, Sonia Palnikar, that the French government created this situation of deprivation, adding, "I know poverty and misery, and it seems we can't get rid of it." That's a good article. Also, it's buffering for Wolfie. Rip to you. God, I've talked for 50 minutes about this already, and we're not even halfway through. Can you believe? Oh boy. Well, that was a very good article. This lays it out pretty clear. DW is a good news source. I really like them as a news source. There's a meme of it screaming about people in the barrier, telling a woman at her balcony, "Do you want us to take care of these scums? We'll get rid of them." All right. Intense. The fucking suburbs, dude. The suburbs and honestly also the tiny villages are often where things fester, you know, in Germany too. In Germany as well. It's rough, as in like anti-immigrant sentiment and right-wing sentiment and all of that stuff. At least in Germany, it's really pronounced in small little communities that are not the big cities for us. Right. Ich liebe meinen linksgrün versifften Staatsfunk. Let's go. Me too. Me too. Represent. Okay, I will now text Evan because otherwise I think it might be a little bit too late. I don't know if I have a PNG of you. Do I? I don't know. Do we have like a Discord thing? I'll figure it out. Hey, wanna hop on? I mean, you're literally in stream. Wanna hop on now? I'll just go into the thing and then I'll see what happens. I love being completely unprepared for this. And we'll see if we get a guest speaker in here in a second. Hello!
Hello.
Hi. Wait, I'll turn you down a little bit. Good.
No worries.
Yes. Good morning. Hello, guest speaker.
Good morning. I have so much to say about this bullshit.
Yes, let's go. This is I have a real French person on air. You can listen to real opinions from within the country. I will figure out a PNG for you as well. Oh my god, Juno! Sure. Thank you! Juno comes in and gives us PNGs. Slay. Absolute slay. Amazing.
I never went on Juno's stream as of now, so at least those will be used at some point now.
Right? I'm gonna set it up.
Good.
You can start. Where do you want to start?
Well, I can recap what actually happened and things.
Yes.
Because there's a lot of like misinformation about it.
Oh, I believe.
Basically, what happened is that Niall was like driving a car he wasn't supposed to drive because 17 and everything, and unaccompanied, and apparently wasn't his car, whatever. And so the policeman arrested him, and basically he heard one of the two policemen say shoot him, and that's where he decided to go. Because, he didn't want to die. So the policeman shooted him. And basically it started a whole thing of like, oh, you refused to stop, he refused to like talk to the policeman and stuff. But no, the actual thing is like he fled because he was scared for his life. Yeah. And so this whole movement started of people being annoyed and very angry and stuff about him dying, which as they should. Because there's like this whole history of police going into suburbs and stuff and raiding the houses, beating up people. Like I don't know a single person that has lived in a suburb that hasn't had to deal with the police and doesn't like respect any of them because they have history of either people close to them or their family having their house be raided for absolutely no reason. And like be beat up and stuff. And so people are like went in the street, and of course since this time it's a lot more POCs like Arab and Muslims and black people than it is white people. What they are doing is that even though there's a lot less people, they're bringing in twice the police as far as the retirement things. They're bringing helicopters, which I showed you because I had one over my house the other day.
Yes, I did see the helicopter. It's insane.
Yeah, and like they're bringing in actual like either like a branch of the army or like people that deal with terrorism usually to like with like actual gun and stuff. Like people have had their arms dislocated because what the riots are is that they are getting a lot more violent than they used to during the other movements, which it makes sense because those are people that have had to deal with a lot more violence from the police, so of course like, they're going to be violent.
Yeah, and I mean, if like Macron sends in 40,000 police officers,
yeah,
how is that not going to make it escalate? That's so dumb.
Yeah, for a lot less people as well, like in the streets and stuff. So they've been like breaking shops and burning like towns hall and burning cars and raiding shops and stuff. And so, like, it has become to Macron has said a thing along those lines of like, oh, it's because of the video games, like, inspired by video games and stuff.
You can't be serious. What the fuck? Yeah, totally. Yeah. This is video game based, obviously. Sure.
Yeah, it's fucking bullshit. And what has also happened, which you said earlier, so I can actually tell you the full story for this, is that they had done 2 Kickstarters. They had done a Kickstarter for the cops family, and they had done a Kickstarter for Niall's mom and family. The one for Niall's mom and family has gotten taken down.
Jesus.
And the one for the cops family is at $500,000 euros.
What the fuck? Dude, why would you're just like, oh my god, I'm so sorry you murdered someone. Here, have €500,000. What the fuck? I hate people. Oh, I hate this so much.
And so right now, like every time there's riots, a lot of people are being like unfairly judged and unfairly put to prison. Like they're pushing to make sure the most people possible go to prison, even people that were just literally out in the streets at that time.
Yeah.
Like there's literal videos of certain people like just like not looting, not breaking anything, like just picking something off the floor that has come from a shop or something, and they are getting sent to prison with prison sentences.
Jesus. Yeah, obviously.
Like,
yeah, I can see that. It's
so... ACAB, indeed.
Yes, indeed. It's insane. I mean, they also try to enforce a curfew, as far as I know, right? In some places.
Yes, there's been curfews in multiple towns that go from in between like 9 to 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. And also, like, there's a rule I didn't know, because and also I'm not sure if it's actually supposed to be enforced or not, because I've seen people be like, oh, for minors it's like this time to this time, and for adults it's this time to this time, or like this is only for minors and stuff. Because of course a lot of minors are going in the street. It's literally someone that was their age that died.
Yeah.
And apparently, supposedly, if you're out after 10 p.m. in France as a minor without an adult, it's illegal, which I never heard of and never seen enforced before. But they're taking that to make sure that like kids are being sent to prisons, basically.
Jesus fucking Christ, dude.
Yeah, so that's what's been happening.
Grim. It's so fucking grim. Like, it's just sad because I feel like. Yeah. Brother, the like if I was Macron, first of all, I wouldn't be, obviously, but what makes you think that sending a lot more police is going to de-escalate the situation at all? Like, aren't you're supposed to, I don't really know what you could do, but you reform the police, but certainly not that. That's like the last thing that you should do, I think. Obviously, that would escalate the tensions.
We have that, like, the UN that has called out France's racism, and Amnesty has said that like police violence in France is at the point where it has like ticked in their thing of like that should be shut down.
Oh my god, yeah.
Oh, and also as a fun thing, so Niall's mom has been like very loud and very there about the death of her son, which makes sense, you know.
Yeah.
And since she's seen smiling and stuff with other protesters, people are criticizing her for not grieving properly and not being a good mom.
Yeah, optics policing and that sort of thing is amazing when they come out with that sort of stuff, like, oh, you're not grieving properly, you're not doing it correctly. Like, shut the fuck up, you didn't just lose your child to police violence. Sit down a little bit, okay?
Like, a lot of far-right activists and stuff are like posting videos and pictures of her being like, look at her, like, she's smiling, she's clearly happy, like, that's not a good mom, like, to justify basically her son's death and everything. It's horrible. Yeah,
the reaction from the far right has been insane. Like I talked about earlier as well, with them talking about how, oh, the Africans in quotation marks are burning down France. That's not what is happening. You are so obtuse.
Especially when you know that like the only reason was as quote unquote Africans here from the first place is because we brought them here to make do the jobs we didn't want to fucking do. Or because they were like slaves and stuff to French people in colonialism, and so they brought in with them. Like they're not here because they're like, oh, fun, my country isn't good enough, I'm going to move. I mean, of course, there's some people that just move because they want to move, but most people are here, going to countries they don't know the language of, that they know they'll have a hard time finding a job in, and everything. They don't come here because it's fun. They come here because they have to. Like.
Yeah, and then it's always, I don't know if that is, I'm sure that's also a current sentiment in France right now, because German weird old people always say, oh, you should be grateful that you get to be in this country, and don't you dare, like, misbehave, or why are you rioting if you are in this country, or dumb shit like that. It's like, first of all, not everybody makes the choice to be here. A lot of people are refugees, a lot of people, you know, they kind of have to be here to survive, and you can also enjoy living in a country and still find aspects of it, or even big aspects of it, very, very bad, and go out on the streets and try to make a difference for the country that you're living in. I think that's the best thing you can do for your fucking country, actually.
Also, they're acting like Africans and Algerians and everything. All those people are French. All those people are like second, third generation French. They have French passports, they have French IDs, they have French people, they have French citizens. That's French people rioting against French law.
Literally.
It's just as valid as a white person doing it.
Literally, yes. And I mean, also in the videos that I've seen, I see a lot of just white people in the riots as well. It's not like it's only like people of African descent doing it either. It's just what the right wants to portray it as. Yeah. It's
a bit sad because, of course, like it shows that like a lot of the white left isn't coming to those riots, where they were going for like other stuff.
But Yeah, it's a whole situation. And Macron,
Yeah,
is there any like new responses? Like, does he have
I
any
don't think
idea of
so.
dealing with it? Like,
I've only seen like the video game statement,
I mean, you've seen the
which
most
is
important one.
fucking wild.
Mm,
But to be honest, like anytime he says anything, he doesn't say much to
mm,
be like he just says more racist or like insulting shit.
yeah,
So
yeah, that makes sense. Not much else to be as expected from
yeah,
Macron there, I suppose.
like during the retirement stuff, all the shit he said was basically just that like it was a minority, even though just millions and millions of people in the streets, it was a minority, and like he won't come back on these petitions and stuff. And that's the thing, right? Is that we've done like huge peaceful protests. We've just been
Yeah.
met with police gassing people and trying to
Yep.
shoot people and trying to hurt people.
Yep.
We've done protests that were to the same level as them, like just basically fighting by, like I showed you videos of like a tractor. Is it a tractor in English as well?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a tractor like going against like huge like water cannons and stuff. I've sent you those videos because like policemen were using like huge water supplies and water cannons, even though we were told to not use too much water because because of climate change.
That's that was so fucked. I remember that. Yes.
Yeah, to go against people in the street and stuff. Of course, like people, especially the ones that have to have dealt the most with police violence and know how far they can go, of course those people are going to go to violence more. Like they see that nothing else works and they can't trust anyone in the system to make sure justice is served. Of course you're going to go to fucking violence after that. Like
Yeah.
they're burning town halls, they're burning town hall and making sure like and cars and stuff. Like yeah.
What else are you left to do? If peaceful protest doesn't work, you gotta do something. You cannot just like lay down and take all
Yeah.
of this aggression from the police. They're not peaceful either.
No, exactly.
They've
like,
never been.
and you go back to stuff like in France, we had a big movement in '68, in May '68, that was basically for rights for students. I think it was something along those lines. I'm very bad at history, and I can't always remember what exactly it was. And it was and it's like a movement that's always like upheld in France. It's like, oh, we made stuff change and stuff. That movement was also very violent from their part. Like suffragettes, even though they had their faults and everything, but they were posing bombs everywhere to make sure they were heard.
Yeah.
Like there's no social movement that happened that succeeded that was peaceful.
That is
because
so
they
true.
don't let that happen.
Yes. Literally. I mean, France should know that the best with the French Revolution and whatnot. Like, you guys are proud of that. Your fucking national anthem is the Marseillaise. It's like, well, I don't know about all that violence here. That's also what I hate from more centrist-leaning people, or also more centrist-y leftists who are like, well, but I don't know why you are burning down the shop. It's like, nothing helps. This is like collateral damage. That's also it's not like they're not like out killing civilians or anything. That's not the goal of the thing.
Exactly.
It's just property damage, which is done to hurt the fucking like government and not like individual people.
Yeah, exactly. It's the thing is that like it's just an like outwards rage against the government, and a lot from kids apparently, especially. And it makes sense. Like those people have had to deal with police brutality and police violence their whole life. And it's once again, because it's not the first time, it won't be the last time. Once again, a kid got killed by police or got harmed. Like a few years ago, we had like kids that got sodomized by police officers with their like batons and stuff. Like we have this kind of shit so often that Black and Arab and Muslim kids have to go through. And like, of course, they're going to be excessively like we had a kid not that long ago in the city I live in that died because he had like a heart attack or something like that, and no one acted. Like other kids tried to act. It was during an exam session.
Oh yeah.
And other kids tried to save him, and none of the adults acted because they thought he was pretending. Of course, he was Arab and Muslim. Like,
of course, yeah, that would have never happened if the kid was white.
Yeah.
No way.
Like that happened a few months ago. Like you have those incidents that are repeated and repeated and repeated of the system not protecting those kids. Of course, they're going to try to fight back. Like that just makes sense.
Yeah, it's honestly a logical reaction. Yeah, it's not inexplicable like Macron said or anything like that. Or he just can't explain why this is happening. It's such a mystery to him. I'm sure it's a big mystery.
this country with a huge history of racism and violence doesn't understand why people are angry about racism and violence.
Yeah, right? Very odd. We're still trying to rack our heads about that one. Well, maybe one day we'll figure it out. Good luck on that, Macron.
God, yeah.
Yeah, well, thanks for talking about this with me. I'm very glad to have a voice from the inside so we can just vent frustrations.
Yeah, exactly.
And
it's a fucking mess.
It is a mess. Well, I hope it'll lead to change eventually. That's the only thing we can hope for, I guess. One day. Somebody.
I don't keep my hopes up too much because, like, I thought something was going to happen with the retirement ones because they were so massive and nothing happened. It just ignored it and went away. So I don't know if something's going to happen with those ones.
Yeah, I also can't see it, but you know, always gotta have some hope at least that one day the switch will flip and things will actually get better instead of getting worse. You know, fingers crossed.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, but it's the thing is that, like, I've seen people talk about it and I didn't know this, but like French police, the French national police that we have right now, its origin comes to World War II and. And the French occupation and who was in charge at that point. So at its birth, it is a far-right thing. It's a far-right institution. Yeah, it doesn't need to stay. Like, the only thing that would make it better and make it, like, advance would be to dismantle the whole thing and come back through zero, which, honestly, I don't know if it's going to happen, but I wish it did. So that's the thing, is that as long as it still exists in this form, there's very little change of it. Chances of it actually changing.
I mean, same here. I feel like that's a very pervasive problem in all of Europe and any like country that has police. It's so in Germany too. There's like many groups of far right extremists in the police. It's like a lot of them. I don't have a clear percentage, but many of them. Just gotta dismantle the whole thing. But like, is that gonna happen? No, of course they don't want to make that happen. So
exactly.
It's a tad bit rough, isn't it? Well. Have a good day anyways, you know, go on with your day. Have good travels later, you know. I hope your travels go well and without delays and all that stuff. No, that's good.
It should be fine.
All right.
I hope you have a good day too.
Thank you.
Good luck with the rest of stream.
Thanks. I'll cover some more. Well, I mean, I have some TikToks to look at from this as well and stuff like that. But yes, I'll cover some more less devastating stuff as well, I think. So that's nice.
Yeah.
Yay, news day. Bye-bye. Thanks for coming on. Bye. He's left. He's gone. I'm disconnecting. I need to put his PNG off of screen because I just slapped it on there. Boop. There we go. Thanks, Evan, for guesting on stream so on short notice. It was very informative. It's good to have somebody who's like, you know, in the material. If you live in France, of course, you're going to hear all the French news and everything and be up to date with that. And of course, all of my friends are linksgrün-versifft in their respective countries. So they are leftists and they know what's going on and they're politically engaged. Very fun. Very good vent. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, StreamElements is running again. I didn't know you've stopped running. How dare you? Continue running. Work out. We have some TikToks I wanted to show you. We'll just skip the Le Monde article because I'm sure it probably says generally the same things. It was more about his response and all of that. I'll scan it real quick if there's anything of interest in here. But we've talked about this for long enough. Are you? Ugh, Le Monde. Arrête. Please. God, I hate news websites. Well, okay. Well, he's still considering how he's gonna deal with it, I suppose. Maximum of trouble. We'll figure it out. Maybe I'll give you an update in next news day. It's gonna be Friday. How he has dealt with it, when he decides to deal with it at all, or if he just lets it peter out naturally. Because, you know, the riots, of course, you can't keep up that power every single night. We'll see. Also, you have required fruit. Hello, Marin. Hello, Angel. Hello. Hello, everybody who joined while I was busy talking to my dear esteemed guest. I imagine StreamElements on like a hamster wheel. Yes, as you should. So I'm bringing you images right from the ground from a couple days ago as well over on TikTok. This is on TikTok and it has a lot of views, so there shouldn't be... I'm fairly certain there won't be any like gratuitous violence or anything like that. I'm gonna turn the volume down a little bit more. But as you can see, the tensions in Nanterre après la Marche Blanche, a lot of police officers have been deployed to this, what is basically a suburb. It's insane. You have spicy lunch. Enjoy your spicy lunch. Look at how many of them are running around. Also very interesting but maybe not worth saying anything about, is that the reporters are always like right next to the police. Like, why are these people that report, okay, that was a very short video, why are these people that report on TikTok, that are filming on TikTok, always like right next to them? Isn't that dangerous? I mean, I guess it is, but why aren't the police attacking the people with the cameras? I don't know. I feel like they wouldn't in Germany, but I don't know if it's just different sort of sentiment to people filming. That's a little question I have in my mind, but it's not an important one. So as you can see, a lot of police has been dispatched. Yeah, this one is pretty insane. This is in Paris. This was a couple of days ago. Just somebody filming huge groups of people running around. Also, definitely caused by the police storming in there. Yeah, they're supposed to be safe from police because press, but they have done, they have done last riots. Yeah, I bet the police will not just accept that every time. This is just. I saw this video randomly, and it's basically just the police running into the masses. I wonder what's going on there. But it just shows you what's happening over there. I found it quite interesting. Like, look at the sheer amount of them. Yeah, if you want to figure out what's going on, zoom back in the VOD, and we have a whole extended discussion about this. Look at the sheer amount. Yeah, they just do that to disperse groups. Yeah, that makes sense. It was one of the big things last time, police hitting the press. I bet they would.
Shit.
I'm surprised they don't do that more often. I feel like they would do that a lot. Yeah, absolutely. An insane amount of police, very heavily armored, just running into the city, running into the protests, whatever. You can see some people on the ground, you know. The usual. Being right next to the police is probably safer for the reporters, since the police are occupied at defending the population. Yeah, right, exactly. They're busy. Don't distract them. They're busy. Definitely, we need to watch the beginning of this stream for this. Yeah, I very much recommend. Maybe this time I'll actually edit the fucking video. I still have so many videos to edit. I hope I will get to that. This is about. You're a bit loud with the music. I don't think I need your music. This is talking about how public transport has been targeted by the riots as well. Like buses and trams and such. They're burning, they're burning them down. Jesus, that bus, yeah. They were like buses driving on fire. Like, I don't know. This bus just drove through the fire. No idea where it was heading. No idea who was operating it. Just some impressions from the ground, I guess. I don't know. They should do like Japanese ones that make makeshift battering rams and flank the police like ancient warfare formations. Let's actually go. A lot of subway and public transports are closing because of the riots. I mean, understandable. You don't really want to be out there if you don't have to. But I mean, people still have to go to work, right? Numerous lines of service have been stopped. Well, obviously. And they're not going to go to certain cities anymore because the tensions in the cities are so high. I've seen a lot of videos recently also from Strasbourg, which I was surprised by because I feel like Strasbourg is so far north that there wouldn't be that much happening up there. I don't know. They're too close to Germany and the Germans are too passive. But no, there's still stuff happening in Strasbourg and such. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure they're gonna rebuild the public transport system soon. I know us leftists, we really like Strasbourg is a nice city. I've been to Strasbourg before. It's very nice. It's a big city though. Lots of racists and leftists there. Yeah, any big city will have conflict. It makes sense. Germans passive? What? Well, in protests, we do. I feel like we don't hold a candle to the French. Yeah, there's sometimes you hear about German protests going hard, but I feel like they don't happen that often. This one I saw, and is there music behind it? Yes. Hence why we don't need to hear it. There was protesters building a wall on the highway. Now this, that's pretty nice. Last time Germans got aggressive, well. But we don't want those Germans to get aggressive again. But they are. We have AfD news coming up. They're just building a wall. Saying y'all are passive because compared to the French is not fair. Well, yeah, okay, that might not be fair, but currently we are covering the French, so therefore it is a little bit fair. since it makes sense as a comparison. I think this one Strasbourg? No, it's also Paris. Oh yeah, this was, I remember. The police was basically in retreat in this video. Which is why I wanted to show it. France has a whole revolution named after them. Well, yeah, they do. I'm sure a lot of other countries do as well, no? Or is it just France? Look, they're backing off. There they go. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. I feel like the police are they look very incompetent in a lot of these videos, which, you know. Look at these fucking dudes with their cameras just walking right in the middle of these conflicts. I don't understand. Journalists are crazy. Shields, they should get shields as well like that. I mean, these guys have them, you know, equal playing field. Shields and spears and whatever. The cameraman's just walking right in front of them. I don't know. They have a lot of confidence in their ability to survive. And I mean, they do. They do. They are the police exam is a joke. It's level for 13 to 14-year-old exam, and you don't need anything. Most of those props don't even have qualification to be police. Honestly, they look so incompetent in all of the videos that I see. They're just kind of running around. They're not organized. They don't know what they're doing. The only reason that they're like at an advantage, of course, because they're backed by the state and they have a lot of equipment. They have those shields, they have their little like batons and everything. But in practice, in their training, you can absolutely see that they have no idea. They have no idea what they're doing. They're just kind of like running around, and they keep getting backed into corners by protesters. Get information. Phalanx is gonna be back in fashion, baby. Yes. Like the Romans. I know that only because of that one Pokemon. I have one tweet as well. Just one. And I have a screenshot of it. You can have a history of violence and police records and be police. That is interesting. That is very interesting. The way that France recruits their police. I feel like in Germany this process is a little bit tougher, but I don't know. I mean, I never tried to become police. Surprise. Shocker. Shoulder to shoulder, shield and spear forward. That's how you phalanx. This tweet isn't really, it's not really like pertinent to know about, but I found it fun. Abat le caviar. Caviar? Do you say caviar? Or I guess so. Vive le kebab. I agree. Kebab tastes a lot better than caviar anyway. Have I ever had caviar? No. But I'm sure that kebab tastes a lot better because kebab is literally like the food of the gods. What else could you ever possibly want if not kebab? So I agree with this sentiment there. Agreed. It's a good sentiment. And that wraps up our France segment. Jesus Christ. Thoughts go out to anybody who's in France right now. Unless you're the police, then my thoughts don't go out to you. You know, you can quit. It's an option that you have. This is actually, if anybody is police and is watching this for some reason, you can quit. It's okay. You can quit. You know what these people can't do? They can't quit being Arab or looking like they're Arab and being unfairly targeted. They can't quit that. But you can quit at any moment and point in time. You can just quit being a police officer. That's an option that you have. I assure you that is legal and that is fine, and you should totally consider it. Thank you. Kebab is very nice. When I have a takeaway, I always get doner meat and chips. It is very nice. It's very, very, very good food. Getting Greece and Rome confused, according to one. Cancelled. How could you? Oh no. Not Greece and Rome. Hello, type. France segment is over. Wouldn't more leftist center police officers be good though? Not under the current system, because the system itself is what's corrupt, right? Like the way the police is structured in and of itself, they would have to do a lot of reforming before we could have. Do we have buffering, or is it just you? I don't know, but we would need a lot of reforming before any sort of police is a positive thing, even leftist or centrist police officers, because you're gonna get corrupted. Yeah, the system is too corrupt. It corrupts the people with good intentions. It really does. It really does. The people with good I know that there can be people who have good intentions who go into the line of work of being police, but in the end they're gonna be in the same positions as the other police officers are. If police is sent to arrest people in a peaceful protests, they're still gonna cooperate with that, or they quit. That's their only options at that point in time. We need it, yeah. Until we don't have a new system, don't be police. Just don't do it. It's a very easy thing not to be police, truly. Okay, I was sent a video. Next segment. I was sent a video of a VTuber. It looks like this. Eat the Rich. And it has a little Hassan in the corner. It's only 7 minutes long. I thought it was longer. I guess arson is the answer then. Sometimes it is. This VTuber is apparently a little bit spicy, a little bit controversial. This lady. I know some people know this lady. I don't. This is my first exposure to the VTuber named Kirsche, which means cherry, again, in German, so interesting. Is she based? I don't think so. I think she's the opposite of based, but we'll figure it out. And this is more commentary on the submersible. So if you're not sick of the submersible already, now we can get some more submersible commentary. This video was brought to you by Angel Tail over in the Discord. So because we have a little channel for suggestions for content, and I look at that and I try to find stuff that's interesting to talk about. You know, like one leftist internet personality who is a police officer, like currently his alias is even Mighty Pig, and this guy is mentally wrecked. I bet that's not great for you, like at all. I think I'll try to share a link and see if YouTube lets it go through. It probably won't, but you can try. Technically I've enabled it, but practically that doesn't make a difference. The submersible comment gave me an idea, Lama. Oh, Submersible drama. So this is her. She's a... Wait, no, is this a Clipper channel or is this her channel? I don't know, but I'm pretty sure she's a bigger channel than me, so I'm okay with covering that, because I would never want to cover somebody negatively who's a smaller channel than myself, because that's... Well, maybe not never, but, you know, I would like to avoid that generally. Did it work? Nope, did not work, Chris. YouTube doesn't allow it. It's just not gonna happen. So if you want to send me links, only via Discord. Discord's linked in the description. That's where you can send me links. It's just a matter of time until I also have one of those websites that are like off YouTube chat. But I like having YouTube chat. I feel like for the most part it works well enough. It's not like perfect or anything, but it works well enough aside from the link thing. Submersible? And breathable? Less breathable, honestly. I've seen her complain about wokeness in her dildos and praising Matt Walsh. Oh my god. So this is going to be an insane take, I guess. So that's the type of person we're talking about. I want to know, one thing I want to know is if she's German or not, because of her name being German. Of course you can have a German name and not be German. I'm not gonna be like, how dare you? That would be insane. A lot of names like derive from German names, like actual people names that you're just named like that. What a useless rant. Let's get into this video.
How it's easy to make jokes about how brain damaged these people were. It's easy to make jokes about like the situation as a whole because it's ridiculous, and it's something that like if you think about it too much, it's kind of fucking depressing. The people quote retweeting saying that like they wished I was on the submarine and whatnot.
You? I don't know who you are. Is that happening? I didn't notice her name being German. Yeah, Kirsche. It's Cherry. But I don't think she's German. It doesn't sound like it anyway, but sometimes you can't tell. You can't always tell. Hi, Privyat. How are you? Apparently, who tries teaching ethics, the YouTuber and stuff like that to his fellow officers, and he has to deal with a lot of harassment because of that. I would just quit. Like, is it worth it at this point? Imagine having a name from a country. Pfft, Imagine that. I can always tell who's German. You have a good German radar. I feel like you cannot always tell, because sometimes, what if a person is like born in Germany, but then grows up in the United States? First of all, are they still German? Second of all, you're not going to be able to tell because they won't have any German attributes. Think about that. Oh no, your internet's dying, Warren. Oh no. I hope you can catch, I hope it catches itself. I hope it regains its stability, you know? Well, yeah, no, I don't think you should have been on the submersible. I don't think you should tell anybody, I wish you were on the submersible, unless it's Elon Musk. Then you are allowed and encouraged to type exactly that. But anyway, we should watch it a little bit more. Who are you? No, literally. I guess people don't like her, maybe? I don't know. Maybe she's a controversial person.
And it's like, man, if you're against edgy humor, but then you make that joke, that kind of makes me suspicious of you.
I am not against edgy humor, but she's not talking to me, so I don't know why I'm defending myself. Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Zecke. I'm not against edgy humor. I think edgy humor can be funny, unless edgy humor is used to just punch down towards marginalized people. Then it's not edgy humor, then you're just being dumb. Yeah, I don't know. Define German in a way that includes everyone that is German and doesn't exclude anyone who isn't. Checkmate German. Wait, I did that wrong. No, I know what you're going for, I think. Link is in media in Discord. Thank you. I will check it out.
Mr. Sir?
It's actually Mrs.
I just had to bring this up because it's just like,
I know she's not talking to me.
I didn't think she was an edgy VTuber. And all of the comments lead me to believe she's not an edgy VTuber. Do I think her joke is fine? Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with this joke that she made.
I agree. Is she like putting up a sort of imaginary difference between edgy and non-edgy? And what I'm thinking right now, so this is a lot of extrapolating information from very little information presented, but it sounds like Kirsche is saying that edgy can only be sort of like in the reactionary direction, and anybody who is more like leftist and all of that sort of stuff, they are never edgy. I would like to introduce you to no, I'm kidding. Deep down, everyone's a little German. Aw, that's horrible. I sure hope that's not true. There's a little bit of German everywhere. It's in the air. It's the Hitler particles. I'm joking, of course. See, I'm edgy as fuck. Anyway, continue, please. I think it
gets weird when she's just like, yeah, it's because they're rich that I can make this edgy joke, and if they were of any other type of person, I wouldn't make this joke.
Yes, also very unfortunate freeze frame. I'm so sorry. No, yeah, that's basically why they went into the submarine, because they wanted to be in the submarine. They had the means to be in the submarine because they're fucking billionaires. Yeah, you basically got it. I dropped my phone and almost sent a super chat by accident. Oh my, wouldn't that be terrible? Not that I wouldn't like to send a super chat, it's just that looks at bank account. Well, yeah, that's very fair. I understand that a lot, don't worry about it. Almost caught up, good job, Warren. It was made for them. Like that Junji Ito comic. It's made for them. They need to go in there. Yeah, no, Kirsche is onto something. It's literally, yes, it's because they are billionaires that it's extra funny, very funny to joke about. Also, it's their fault. It wasn't safe because they didn't want it to be. Yeah, like, you can check the safety regulations and see if, like, oh, is this safe for me to write in? And they were like, nah, oh no, well, I'll write in it anyway. Why? Oh, just because of for fun. Somebody say, super chat, 8 months, dang, let's go. How can you sleep at night by making those submersible jokes? Very easily, with oxygen. Yeah, I can breathe in my bed. I'm not under the sea. Down where it's better,
they were fucking far ass down. Me, when the Westerner tells me that they're moving to China to escape from evil oppressorino. I like.
Wait, where does that? Oh no, Victor's phone has fallen. Wait, where does that joke come from? Who says that? I don't think you should move to China if you're trying to escape oppression, but I don't know what that is referring to.
Oh no, my phone has fallen.
Oh no, it's fallen. It's fallen, and I can't, and it can't get back up. Thank you. Everybody let your phones tumble.
I like it when they threaten to move to Canada. It's like, what do you think the fucking difference is?
If we're talking about U.S. Citizens, United States of America citizens, which I guess you are talking about, you said Westerners. Like, I'm a Westerner too. I'm from Germany. If you didn't know, I wouldn't move to Canada. Just it's very far north. I don't know what's going on in Canada particularly either. But oh no, my phone! Look at that chat. Yes, drop those phones. Oh my god, that actually works.
Damn phones are slippery.
Damn phones so slippery. Also, Hans prefers you. You have a milestone chat too. My mounts are smaller than their mounts though, which is very bad, yeah.
Regenbogen. Ona aus my phone too. Super chat to time.
Super chat to time. Thank you. Thank you for all those slippery ass phones. How do I do the month thing? I think it's also when you click on super chat. Oh no, everybody's phones are tumbling. This is a disaster. Pick up your phones, guys.
My phone is stumbling too.
It's important. Pick up your phones. Don't let it break. If you have iPhone specifically. There it is. You have the golden power, Joestar. You do. Also, happy 4th of July to all my Americans in chat. That's today. It's 4th of July. That's true. I didn't even think about it. Today's your father's birthday, too. Let's go. Happy birthday, Maureen's dad. And happy birthday, America. Me, who doesn't know what 4th of July is. Yeah, happy birthday, America. Stream's over. Now it's only super chats. It's only super chat reading time. 5 months, baby. Let's go, Wolfie. Slippery ass phones. Yeah, that's why I hope you all had cases on your phone. This would be such a good point to transition into like a Casetify sponsorship, but I don't got that. But imagine if I did, though. I would be like, wow, you should really protect those phones if they're this slippery. You should buy a case for your phone. You should, though. You should have a case on your phone. Anybody who uses their phone without a case on, scary. Rhino Shield. Now, that's one. I just bought mine from Amazon. It's probably not that great, but it protects it a little bit at least, so that's good. That plug right now would be absolutely perfect, wouldn't it? No, America kind of effed up if us Filipino people over as well. Oh yeah, America fucked over a lot of people. They really do. A phone with a case on? Yes. Put a case on your phone. Case on your phone. Either way, what I was saying about Canada, as far as I know, is not currently passing bills that are literally genocidal. Hence why some Americans might want to move to Canada. It's pretty simple. I don't know. You wished him a happy birthday. Hope he doesn't realize that I'm up unusually early. 8 a.m. That's sad. 8 a.m. is a good time to be up. Maybe he'll be proud. Maybe.
You mean when the U.S. has its rectum agape as it is now, people from those areas will simply come from to the U.S. to oppress them? That's potential. That's not real communism.
I don't understand.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's about the China thing. Okay, I understand what you're talking about now, maybe. Perhaps. Now we're looking for more of like we're not looking for the tanky communism. That's not the one that we like.
Yeah, sponsors to be.
Sponsors to
Imagine
be.
a plug now.
Right?
Wink, wink.
Oh my god, imagine that. I'm so good at plugs. And I'm definitely not controversial or anything. You want that plug right here when we talk about communism, genocide, and whatever else that sponsors really don't like. America did oh, you guys thought you are free? No, under new management. Oh my god, they kind of do that. Countries like to do that, I think. America, the land of the free. Terms and conditions apply. It's literally true. Anyway, I want her to get to the point, and it's my fault that she hasn't yet. We're only 1 minute and 20 seconds in, and that's completely on me.
Isn't Bao rich herself? Yeah. The people with the eat the rich mentality,
there it
and
is.
Bao also spending like $34,000 on an animation. I feel bad that she got like cheated out of her money, right? Like that shouldn't happen to anybody.
Okay, so the point is, I don't know if she's gonna come back to her point. The point is, oh no, but Bao, you're rich yourself. Not that rich. Not as rich as the people who were in that submarine. There are levels to how rich somebody needs to be to qualify for the eat the rich sentiment. We're not talking about like our neighbor who drives a Porsche. Like, I don't know. I don't live in a neighborhood where I see Teslas around. I don't think I've ever seen a Porsche driving around here. But, you know, I'm not talking about the rando who drives a fucking Porsche because whatever. We're talking about, like, the 1%. The 1% are so unimaginably rich and so unimaginably detrimental to our society as a whole that we should definitely consume them. And or put them in the submersible. Put them in the ocean. There's a reason they say 99% versus 1%. Like, Bao is in the upper middle class, I'm sure. Bao is, like, upper middle class, maybe. I don't know much about Bao. I don't know how much money, like, disposable income she has or anything. But most influencers, maybe all influencers, I'm pretty sure, are not the top 1%. Like, the 1% is very small. There's a lot of people on the planet. The funny thing about jokes on the sub people was mainly concerned for me when, yeah, it's the hubris of rich people too. Like, it's not just that they're rich by themselves and really cautious and like manage their money well or something. No, they spend a shit ton of money on a literal death trap and just assume nothing bad is gonna happen to them. Just because they're so rich and they think nothing bad will ever happen to them, because usually money prevents you from having bad shit ever happen to you. But not this time. Not this time. This time money enabled you to have bad shit happen to you, and that's why it's funny. Yeah. The 1% could cover a whole continent if their entire wealth was converted into dollar bills. I bet. Yeah, it's like, it's an insane amount. Like, unimaginable amounts. Someone put the toxic gossip train into Clone Hero. Oh, I saw! Which is fucking funny. It's considered a meme song now. It is. I saw. Sometimes it creeps into my head. It's very sad.
That was fucked up that somebody, like an animation company, just kind of took off with her shit. But it's also funny that you are wealthy enough to drop like $34,000, $36,000 on an animation for your VTubing.
Yeah, that is a good amount of money. I agree. I would like to, well, I don't really need that amount of money. I would make my animation myself because I can't handle anybody else doing any work for me. That is something creative, because I need to have complete creative control over everything that I do. But that's just me. Yeah, that's a good amount of money, but that's not even half. That's not even a third. That's not even a fourth of the money that was one ticket into the submarine. Also, doesn't matter. Toxic gossip train lives rent-free in my head for days now. Same. And I hate it. I do hate it.
Career. And yet you have like the socialist experience. It's like Hassan Piker, right?
Socialism is when no house. Repeat after me. Socialism is when no house. Yeah, obviously, that's what socialism is, a poverty cult, and if you have more than, like, I don't know, $1,000 available a month, you are no longer a socialist, you are a filthy capitalist asshole. Obviously, socialism is when no house. She also got, yeah, she had to get donations for that animation too. Like, it's just a bad example as well in general, because Bao is not that. Bao is not, like, that 1%. Hassan is a better example because Hassan is much wealthier than Bao is, but again, the classic argument, socialism is when no house.
And him being an avowed socialist and him advocating for socialist things and then buying like a multi-million-dollar mansion. Do I think he should be able to buy that mansion? Yes. Do I think it's a problem that he has that mansion? No, it's not a problem. Do I think it's hilarious that someone with the beliefs he has would then go and buy something like that instead of living by his actual standards? Yeah, that's fucking hilarious, and that's where you criticize him.
A lot of people have a problem with that. Not gonna lie, Hassan looks good in that picture. It's a good Hassan picture, isn't it? Right? Oh shit. I'm a capitalist asshole then. Fuck, yeah, you are. Well, get off the socialist train. You're not allowed. Socialism is when poverty brain rot. Only. It's a poverty cult. Obviously, we all know this. Clearly. And it doesn't matter how much Hassan, like, donates to charities or offers his house up for anybody to stay in. Well, not anybody, but, like, his friends and family to stay in when they come to visit or anything. And all of that doesn't matter at all. Like, if you have personal belongings, you're no longer a socialist. Fuck you. You did it wrong. Obviously.
OceanGate is now a part of the Canadian Maid program. Gonna be terrified when someone says they bought—
What? Maid. Oh, I don't know what that is. Medical assistance in dying. Oh yeah, I heard about that. Isn't that— oh yeah, I heard about that. That's something completely different, but I think that's pretty bad. I don't like the Canadian MAID program. Isn't that the one where I think it gave people who have bipolar the option to just opt into dying, which is pretty insane because a part of being bipolar, one of the symptoms, I think, as far as I know, I'm not an expert on bipolar, is experiencing suicidal ideation during manic episodes. They're kind of weird. Very, very weird. Hassan financing the Amazon labor union, as far as I know. Yeah, basically, he's one of the top 3 donors, if not, like, the number 1 donor of that. I was like, fuck him. He has house. He very bad. My favorite Twitter meme is whenever someone gives a stupid false argument like that about communism, you retweet them with a pic of Marx looking bothered, saying, dude, I know you didn't read the manifesto. It's like, dude, I know it. Stop bullshitting, please.
Got me tickets for a submersible trip to the Titanic, dude. It's the new age fucking insult. Guts from Berserk with a dog face. White woman kryptonite. Oh, I'm not really a fan of, like, dog face.
Whoever clips this should... I'm gonna give you I don't know who do you clip your own? Is this your channel? I don't know anything. Whoever clips this should clip out her responding to random things in chat. I try to do that as much as possible. Sometimes chat responses are good and I keep them in there. Hey, Seinan. Yes. Read that a guy opted to get that, then be homeless. Oh, really? The like maid thing? Fuck. What the fuck? What the fuck's happening up in Canada? Me, as though Canada is above me, but like very far to the left above. Like if we're talking north-south. Anyway, you person who clipped this, you should cut out the parts where she's reading extremely random chat messages because it's confusing as hell. That channel is just a clipper. Okay, yeah. That's not her channel. I was like, yeah, it doesn't look like her channel, right? Clipper advice. Clip that out. It confuses me. Thank you.
Every human you've ever met who yells eat the rich has been far above your tax bracket. It's vexing!
This is not true. That is not true. I say eat the rich, and I'm below, like, anybody's tax. It's really rough out here. It's pretty rough out here, okay? No, a lot of people who say most people who say eat the rich are not, well, 100% of people who say eat the rich are not the 1%, first of all, which... Argument closed. Finished. That's it. That's all you have to say. But one more thing. Most people are also not even in like the top 50% or something. Most people who say eat the rich are not. Anyway.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, and like Bao and Hassan as well are not CEOs. They don't just sit on their ass and let money do the work for themselves. Hassan and Bao put in a lot of hours to achieve their. You're very right on that, Angel Tail. They put in the hours to achieve their wealth. Still, well, you know, a CEO or somebody who invests in fucking stonks or whatever the fuck. They don't do anything. Hassan is like live fucking every single hour of the week. Bro is constantly battling burnout. Like, okay.
That's a problem. Socialists shouldn't be allowed to have property. Make them live their dreams. Millionaire's the problem until a socialist is a millionaire, and then it's billionaires, but socialists pushing goalposts is par for the course. Yeah, just like that e-girl that I can't...
No, I will not comment on anything that's besides the point. Eat the 1% doesn't sound nearly as good as eat the rich, though. Optics is tiring. So true.
I can't remember the name of, who's only known for doing TikTok.
I don't know her. That's the Bernie Sanders AOC supporter roasted for $2 million apartment after tax the rich post. I'm sure that some people like this, see, this is even tax the rich, much more calm and much more mild. I'm sure that people like that, I don't know her personally, again, whatever. A lot of those people would be fine with paying more taxes. Those people do exist, you know? People who are pro AOC, pro Bernie Sanders, that sort of sentiment, and have money. Those people would then want to pay more taxes. I know, you can't imagine that, because you would never be pro having rich people pay more taxes, I guess. I don't know what your stance is on this, but those people might just want to be taxed a little bit more and help their country in that sense.
She was also all on the, like, yeah, eat the rich, I love socialism train, and then she made $1 million. And then she started making defensive remarks about why she can have all of these things that she derided. Hiccup. That she derided other people for having previously. It's like, it's It's not a problem when I do it. Bernie Sanders, it's not.
These people have no logic. You're so right. Just, oh, you want to improve society, but you have money? No, 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 no. Have no money. Be not well situated. Then, when you are in destitution, you can change society. Tee-hee. Yeah, it just doesn't make any sense. It makes no sense. There's not a thought behind those. Not a thought behind those eyes. Very sorry to say. Make communists live the dream. Let them goes to describe what happened under capitalism. So true. It's so true. It's like, yeah, this is what communists want. They want horrible poverty. Wait, that's what capitalism is making right now? What? You must be shitting me. Ain't no way. Capitalism ever doing anything bad? No, 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 no.
Not the millionaires.
Oh, your waifu
it's
died. Your waifu died. I mean, your Wi-Fi died. Sorry, I talked over you. I wanted a clean take of that. Is she trying to get the 4chan crowd? It feels like it. This is my first exposure to her, so I don't know. But it feels like it, yeah.
When I do it.
Oh, I saw somebody bring up fruit in her chat, of course.
Bernie Sanders, it's not the millionaires, it's the billionaires. The new Dr. Disrespect clip about Hassan fans from the other day is pretty funny.
Yeah, the Dr. Disrespect Hassan drama was your waifu. Which one? I don't know. The one that provides you internet.
I haven't seen it, but I saw Asmongold saying that like Hassan made like a comment about Dr. Disrespect cheating on his wife.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. And I think that comment was him reading chat and taking the joke. Because that's what Hassan does. That's what we should be calling Hassan out for. He just steals jokes from chat all the time and doesn't come up with his own material. Now that is the truly reprehensible thing about Mr. Hassan Piker. Just saying, yeah. Yeah, her viewers are 4chan/Kiwi Farms types. Ugh. Don't you feel bad? Don't you feel bad when you get up in the morning and you have to cater to that audience? I mean, I guess not if you're part of that audience too. Oh, she's a friend of Pippa, so it's not really surprising. Damn, Pippa should... Okay, I don't know what her numbers are, but Pippa should share her fame with you more if you guys are friends. Because I've never heard of you before. Faith in humanity always sinking down to the bottom of the ocean, like the Titanic, when I realized that actual human beings think this nonsense is a good argument. It's funny. It would be funny if it wasn't so sad. Now I need an anime about internet thingies turned my way. I bet that will come out in the next 5 years. Yeah, I have my hopes up. Remember during the height of Rona, when people kept pointing at direct consequences of capitalism, saying, see what communism would be like? It's so true. They do it all the time. You'd think people would, like, gain the ability to, like, have thought, but alas, it's just... that monkey, you know the little monkey with the plates who slams the plates together? That's the only thing that's going on in people's heads, like these types of people's heads. It's so easy to crib from chat. We're right here giving free ideas. I mean, I do it too, but we should call Hassan out for it. How dare he? Yeah, like I said, that comment was from a chatter, I think. I'm pretty sure, but it was pretty funny.
And how he thinks that's fair game, and I'm like, yeah. If you start talking shit to someone, you shouldn't expect them to be nice to you.
Very few people are nice to Hassan. Everybody hates leftist commentators. You know that. We know that. Everybody knows that. Nobody is fucking nice to Hassan. Nobody's nice to Vosh. They're all very mean, okay?
And play fair
Who cares?
game. It's just like that chick that never should have gotten hired by FaZe for marketing because she had no idea what she was doing.
Oh, her. I'm like, who? But I remember.
As soon as she starts getting, like, derided for other things, right? As soon as that FaZe guy stopped deriding...
I'm pretty sure that was just straight up sexism for no reason, but, you know. Slay. Also, that's literally, again, making fun of Dr. Disrespect for being unfaithful to his wife is a decision that he made. He was not forced into being unfaithful. He was not... I don't know, genetically programmed to be unfaithful, or, like, it was his choice. He could have just not been unfaithful. Like, obviously, make fun of that if you want. That's, like, a thing that he did out of choice. Not, like, the woman being a woman. She did not choose that, probably. And...
fighting her for her lack of knowledge?
Yeah.
And brought up how her like, physical appearance was? I don't blame...
And her physical appearance. She didn't choose that either. See, I don't remember the clip too clearly, but it's just... Again, kinda dumb. Well, under communism, there's no ownership of jokes, though. I mean, Hassan is against intellectual property, so, you know, actually, he backs up his joke stealing with facts and logic and
her for being
beliefs.
like, well, weren't you the guy that almost overdosed on fucking stream? Like, you can't enter a shit flinging competition and then expect to not have shit flung back at you, right? Like, that's just what's gonna happen. Unfortunately, that's how humans are, all right, okay? And there are people that were just like, oh, that girl went...
God, sometimes I'm reading her chat and it's absolutely unhinged. Also, I don't know what she's... Well, I do know kind of the situation that she's on about right now, but I don't know too many details of it, so I'm probably not going to include much of it in the video if I make a video out of this. But what does that have to do with the submersible? I don't know. Maybe nothing. It doesn't have to have anything to do with the submersible, I suppose. Doesn't FaZe Clan have meth problem? I don't know anything about FaZe Clan in general. I know a little bit about FaZe Clan. I just know they were really involved with, like, the drama circle back in the Jake Paul Rice Gum days, no?
Too far. He only insulted her looks. She shouldn't bring up his OD. It's like, I agree with Asmon. I know Dr. Disrespect threw some slaps. He got some slaps thrown back at him, and I'm sure he's not whining about it. And if he is, that's kind of fucking weird. That's kind of fucking weird.
I think he is whining about it. He went on to whine about it afterwards, maybe after she recorded this video, but doesn't matter.
Just like the FaZe guy whining about how she talked about his OD. There's no reason to whine. She was well within her rights to fucking slap back after he did that. Communism is the ideology of midwits who are resentful that they're not on top. Pretty much.
That's literally... Okay, sure. If you believe that, then there is no point arguing with you, I think. It's obviously just a very basic misunderstanding of anything that falls under the umbrella of communism. I get it. I understand. You don't get anything.
Why are you worry torching me, Nimothy? People having money isn't a problem. People with money buying government officials is a problem. Yes. Yes, that is a problem. That is very much a problem. There's an old meme of some commie woman holding a sign that said "Eat the rich," but the boots she was wearing were worth like $500.
Again, you cannot have $500 boots. It's the same argument over and over again. I'm not gonna say it every time but yes, communism is when no house.
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ.
And I do have an apartment, so. I don't even have it. I live in my mom's apartment. I'm the ultimate communist. You guys, I should be on top of social commentary just because I'm the ultimate communist. I make jack shit. I live with my mom. In an apartment. What can be more communist than that, right?
I don't understand in these people's minds, right? What are you working for? If not
for people to stop dying under capitalism. That's what we're working for. We're trying to stop, like, mass poverty, mass injustice, mass death. Like, people like to talk about, oh, during Mao and whatever, so and so many people died. Do you know how many people died under capitalism? A lot of people are dying currently, right now, because of the consequences of capitalism. Do you know that? I think arguing with her would be way too frustrating because she doesn't know anything. Like, I already don't know that much, but she doesn't know anything. The one true communist is me. It's true. In a debate, Hassan was told in one stream to offer free healthcare to his chat, to practice what he preaches. And he said that he and his team actually run a team like workers co-op and stuff. But yeah, those are the types of comments that he gets. It's like, well, just finance healthcare for all of Americans. And he's like, he tells them he's advocating for the government to offer free healthcare because that shouldn't be an individual's job, because no individual can facilitate that just on a managing level. That's impossible to facilitate free healthcare for everybody. That's why he's working towards changing the policies that are in place as far as he can, so that people can have access to free healthcare, because that is the job of a government. If we have a government, the government should be doing that. Yeah, what most people know about communism and socialism comes from pop culture and has long been created by capitalists, especially by American ones. It's crazy. It's kind of insane how much, like, just misinformation or just no information is out there. It's either misinformation or it's just no, like, accurate information, and it's just jokes. And of course, if you circulate around in these little insular groups on 4chan and wherever you are, of course you're not gonna expand your horizons ever. It's like, chat, unionize. Now the true mark of a communist VTuber is one that allows her chat to unionize. You can unionize. Yes, do that. Unionize. I don't know what you're gonna demand or what you're gonna do is exactly, but I support you anyway.
Not to get rich.
Welcome to toxic
Right.
sluts.
Like,
Oh, that was a sound alert. I'm like, what?
obviously you're going to hit a point where it's like, I don't need more money. I'm happy with where I am. I'm happy with where I am, right? Like, some people hit that point, they're like, I don't need more. I don't need to keep working my ass off to get to higher and higher heights.
Yeah, but some people work for other reasons as well, you know? Like, I think that's part of why Hassan works so hard is mostly because of, well, I mean, I guess fame probably plays a part in it, like fame as in not the money part of fame, but like the actual recognition part of fame, as well as societal change. Like, I know that's something that I'm talking about Hassan a lot, like I know what's happening in his brain, but I've watched him more than she has, I'm sure, so I know a little bit more about his thoughts since he does talk about it every now and then. So I just want to tell her that he talks about, oftentimes he talks about that certain comments he gets from viewers, like saying that he was the one to pull them out of a right-wing pipeline type mindset. Those sorts of comments are what keep him making content. And I don't think it's the bag, or it's not only the bag. Of course you want enough bag to keep living. That's nice. Would love to be able to sustain life. I know, shocking. Again, communism is when you die, ? But like, it's not the only reason that somebody can be doing a job, you know? So unionize, harmonize, organize! So it's impossible, it's impossible to have discussions with them until they research something real about it. And I guess in a discussion, you could be the one who teaches them, but if you go into a debate or a discussion, or however you want to call it, oftentimes the kind of mood will be very combative, and that's not always the best learning atmosphere. It can be a learning atmosphere, but it usually isn't. At least that socialism is a socialization of the means of production, nothing much else. Details may differ in the same way that capitalist countries can differ from each other. Exactly. Like, there's different interpretations of the text and all of that stuff, but that's why there's so many minuscule little subsections that people can identify with. I'm so glad to see someone else get confused by sound alerts. Yeah, I sometimes see some clips where I can't understand anything that's going on because of them. Yes, I don't like when there's constant sound alerts, and you know what I really don't like? When there's sound alerts in a stream and the person doesn't like stop to acknowledge them, but they're still there. Like, either have sound alerts on and you stop what you're talking about, acknowledge the sound alert and then move on, or don't have the sound alert on and go back afterwards to read the donation or whatever and look at the thing. Don't ignore your sound alerts if you have them on. It's so distracting. Oh, maybe it is an autism thing. I don't know. Could be. What? Oh well. Either way, we're right. We are right, and we should say it. Well, I don't need to work a lot. Yes, good for you. Some people work more than 8 hours a day and can barely survive. Does she not understand that? No, I honestly think she does not understand that. Or, of course, it's either honestly doesn't understand or pretends not to understand in order to further her talking points. It's one of the two. And one is worse than the other, in my opinion, so.
I'm happy.
Let's
there
hope
are
it's the
those
former.
people. But it's like, if you're not working to make money, like, what are you doing? Like,
Huh? I just told you! I didn't even know I swear, it's not pre-watched or anything. I just told you! There's other reasons to be working, especially in fields like, in many fields. Of course, you work to survive at the cash register of your nearest supermarket. Probably that is not your, like, ideal work scenario. You work there in order not to die, which sucks. But many people go into teaching roles, for instance. We don't even have to be influencers for this to apply. People go into teaching where they barely survive. They could make better money elsewhere, and sometimes they teach in schools that offer less money, but they need like help there in like their neighborhood or something. And you teach there because you want to make a difference in young people's lives, or you see this as your calling. Some people, I don't know if you don't understand this. I feel like anybody who's a content creator especially should understand this. Like, you probably, I would assume, should have started this because you wanted to make content and you wanted to put your voice out there or be creative or whatever. It's not just about the money. It's nice if you can make money from something like content creation. That's like very nice. It's very cool that that is possible to do, but oftentimes that's not the driving factor as to why you do it either. Do you not know that, or are you trying to argue a different point right now and I'm not seeing that? Oh, what's happening since 15 minutes ago? We're still here. We're still here. We are still here. In the USSR, there was a fine for parasitism for the unemployed. We have something similar here. I mean, we have like a social state and stuff. And if you're, it's tough being unemployed in Germany, as far as I know. Yeah, we've talked about this earlier as well. And people, centrists and the centrists and the right of the centrists are trying to make it even tougher for people who are looking for jobs and or are unemployed for whatever reason. Either way.
Every job is for you to make money. And I agree that a lot of things are way too expensive. When I look at the rising cost of like rent and food prices and shit, I'm just like, what the fuck is happening?
It's capitalism. Baby, it's capitalism, baby. Gotta go to work. Have a good day at work. But it was too easy to find a job though back in the day. State provided it after like graduation. Yeah. But I can still see how, like, it's not always the perfect solution, whatever the state, like, provides you with as a job. And sometimes other factors prevent you from having, like, a job or being able to function in a job in a way that doesn't, like, kill you, you know? I have some sympathy for that. I have a lot of sympathy for that, actually. I forgot what she just said. Oh yeah, it's capitalism, baby. That's the answer. Why is this happening? It's because of capitalism. That's why it's happening. And of course, general unrest in the world caused also by capitalism. It all goes back to that one. It all goes back to the big one, truly.
Like what the actual f- do I know how to fix this shit? No. I'm not smart enough to know how to fix it. It's just like all I
Yeah, leave it to people like that sounds so arrogant. Leave it to people like me and Hassan.
could do was really complain about it and be like, I hope something can be done by people who are hopefully smarter than me.
Why are you... Wait, okay. Is she in political commentary or not? If she is in political commentary, why say that? If she's not in political commentary, okay, whatever. She just sounds like she's in political commentary, and like all of her trends are politics as well. I don't know. I thought she talked about political stuff, but apparently not. Because why would you say that if you don't talk about that? Anyway, looking forward to use... She's not political commentary. Okay. You're not at all political commentary. Okay, you're just drama commentary, I guess? But it overlaps sometimes. I mean, this is a political issue. I guess it does overlap from time to time. All right, then good to know. Then I might cut this out of the video if I make a video out of this. Because, yeah, it doesn't make sense. If you're not in political commentary, sure. Then just don't talk about it, I guess. What does Ubi stand for? Bit of a drama queen, though. Okay. They overlap often, don't they? Yeah, you have the suspicion that there are several VTubers within reactionary takes already taking up some space in the VTubing space. Most bigger commentary type channels have more reactionary type opinions, yes. Politics is drama. It kind of is, isn't it? They overlap a lot. Ubi is universal basic income. Yep, that's good. I mean, we have that. We have a basic income. We have a Mindestlohn, right? It's $14 an hour, I think, at the moment. It's been getting raised. I don't know where it's at right now. I think I talked about this before as well. That's definitely, yes. I want to see Ubi needs to be the norm. I would agree with that. The baby kitty was walking over my phone and almost reported the stream. Oh no, don't do that, cat. Do not do that. Well, but yeah, you did say that Kersha has recommended Matt Walsh's What is a Woman, so that's politics. Sorry, hate to break it to you. If you watch Matt Walsh, you're into politics. It's about getting the money, whether you work or not, no matter what. Not Minnesota. Oh, okay. Thank you. I didn't understand. Now I know. Yes. That would be pretty good. I think, honestly, if you just improved living conditions, more people would be able to take care of their mental health and other factors that prevent them from working, and they would be able to work more as well. She did do that. Well, if she does that, then sorry, babe, you're in politics, aren't you? Like an ALG without the stigma of being a social parasite. Yeah, like not Minnesota, like Hartz-IV and stuff like that. I understand what that is. That would be good. I think that would honestly improve the workforce as well. Because people are always saying, well, who would work anymore then? I think a lot of people would work. A lot of people who are like not able to work would be able to work in a climate that's so drastically different. But, you know.
But it's just like... I just don't understand the eat the rich mentality when it's like you also are working to make money.
Yeah, you are working to make money. The rich that we are talking about when we say eat the rich are the 1%. Those people don't work anymore. Maybe they worked at one point in their life, but they don't do work. Not in any sense that you could call it work. They do not work anymore. UB is as the norm, and labor jobs being more high income. Right? That sounds like a pretty good reform that would help a lot of people. And they have to make money to survive. It's like, yeah, like streamers work. The rich that we're talking about when we say eat the rich do not work. That's literally the problem.
And people, again, that's why I don't think there's an issue with people like Hassan owning overly expensive houses and buying overly expensive things. I just think it's incredibly hypocritical with what they believe in to then try and, like, weasel word their way out of why it's okay for them to do it, and they're not the rich you should be eating, right? It's like...
Communism is when no house. Socialism
it's hypocritical and it's ironic.
House.
That's internet people for you. Decent chunk are absolute damn hypocrites. Meanwhile, I prefer the straight shooters like me and the Yabbit. I mean, I'm sure we have, like,
You and the Yabbit, of course.
Critical things as well, but, like, much like me, she probably also tries to be, for the most part, as least hypocritical as he possibly can be.
Everybody, yeah.
Subscribe and hit that
shh. Silence. Oh no, I made it full screen instead of making it not be full screen anymore. My bad. Shh. Guess she believes that billionaires do all the work to get their money and not exploit others. I guess so. I guess that's what she probably believes, which, yeah, that's a mindset that some people have who don't know anything about anything. It's really sad, but it's true. Well, maybe you'll figure it out one day. If you're not into politics, you know, of course you wouldn't know anything about that, but then don't talk about it. If you have no interest in talking about politics, maybe don't. Because then you, like, you know, or you educate yourself and you do actually learn what things are and how things work, and, you know, don't just say, oh, well, I don't talk about politics, so of course I don't know how anything works. You can learn. You don't need to start off knowing everything there is to know about politics. You can learn. It's fine. Anyway, that was an interesting video. Interesting. It feels a bit airheaded, doesn't it? I don't know. I don't know what her exact beliefs are on the matter. We watched it now. God, that fucking thumbnail. She looks like Nyanners in the thumbnail, I think. I just limit myself with local politics and stuff. I think that's a good policy to have for yourself, you know? Like, you're not a content creator or anything. You're an artist, you're a viewer and an internet user, and you, like, if you know what's going on locally, that's generally the best sort of policy to have. If you're just, like, a person. If you want to expand your knowledge, you can, but, like, you don't have to. The internet is really vast and wants me to care for some other country's politics. Yeah, I do. Care for my country's politics. Do it. As the saying goes, horse worked the most on the farm, but did not become a farm chief. It did not. It did not. It is a horse. We want to talk about Twitter now. That was an interesting video. I would like to look into her again sometime, unless, of course, if she... I talk about drama, too, so maybe we'll have an overlap on content again sometime. I talk about drama sometimes as well. I want to talk a bit more about... And she talks about politics, apparently. I mean, if she's anti-trans, sorry, that's a political stance to have. At this moment in time, so there you go. Twitter is dying, hence why we didn't have any tweets or only one in today's stream segment, because I'm afraid to use Twitter because I feel like I'm gonna run out of things to look at. I'm not allowed to look at everything anymore. That line, educate yourself, is taken as offensive. It is, I know. Immediately after I said it, I was like, okay, yeah, that's the line that people are like, oh, how dare you say this to me? But I don't even mean it in, like, a bad way. I educate myself too. It's just, I mean, I could also tell you to go to school for these sorts of things, but, like, nobody has time to enroll into classes and stuff. The first good news is Twitter shitting itself. It is. It's true. But also, I kind of need Twitter, so I don't like it that much. Yeah, Finana said it, right? And people were very mad about her saying it. I feel like I don't know, doesn't everybody always educate themselves on stuff? I love educating myself on stuff. I recently thought about learning French again more, getting back into learning French. So, you know, because that would help with my European politics coverage, quite frankly. So, I don't know. My Google search said that you were only allowed 600 Twitter posts before your raid is over. They increased it now, though. They increased it recently to a 1,000 or something, I think. Not sure. We're gonna talk about Twitter now. Sorry, Zecke, you've reached your limit of subjects you can talk about on stream. No, but it was only 2. They took very long, but it was only 2. It should be fine. Look at this picture, by the way. Look at this picture of Elon Musk. Why does he look like a corpse in his images? Don't know. Speaking of educating yourself in school, our current president is pushing some things in our elementary textbook that completely removes their family crimes and stuff. Bro, for real? Oh man, that's something they would do, huh? It's like, our family doing crimes? You're being taught about that? No more. There's a Chrome extension that lets you get around the limit. I hear that Opera, like the browser, somehow lets you get around the limit or something. I've never reached my limit yet because I'm just off Twitter now. I just don't go. I think it's a temporary thing though, right? Well, we'll see how it pans out, I guess. Elon Musk applies temporary limits on reading Twitter posts. I thought at first it was posting Twitter posts, and I thought, 600 posts per day? Who the fuck even posts that? But no, it's reading, which is insane. Twitter owner Elon Musk announces new restrictions for verified and unverified users. True, he even restricted the verified ones, even though, of course, the verified ones get more. In a bid to address data scraping and system manipulation. You say that's the reason, but you actually just don't want to pay your cloud drive thingy. Yeah, he was temporarily limiting the number of people that tweets can read. No, the other way around. Tweets that people can read. Musk, who is the CTO and owner of Twitter, said Saturday the move was to address extreme levels of data scraping and system manipulation. Apparently. It's digital feudalism, bro. No. These are not the crimes you're looking for. Look at other crimes, please. That comment reminds me that in my country, the current president, Dad, stole a shit ton. Stole a lot of shit. And while the press was talking about his family, how his family was innocent on television, you could see an artwork that they stole in the background. It's fucking clown behavior of that family. Holy shit. That's very funny in a very sad sort of way. This was the tweet that kicked it all off. But this is an embedded tweet. They often failed to load. The embedded tweets in news articles were apparently the actual source, I've heard. I hope I have 2 TikToks in here that are explaining it. And I hope one of them actually explains it. Because I didn't rewatch them again, since this is also a bit older. Yeah, this was the original tweet. To address extreme levels of data scraping manipulation. Verified accounts were limited to 6,000 posts per day. Unverified accounts 600 and new unverified accounts 300 per day. Rate limits increased and now they increased again. Currently the unverified accounts are at 1K. Verified get 10K, which is probably enough, I would assume. And the new unverifieds get 500. Which is not a lot. Meanwhile, on Tumblr, unlimited reading of posts and 250 posting limit per day. So, Tumblr's looking pretty good, isn't it? It's looking pretty good. I have a Tumblr, but I always bounce off of Tumblr. I always bounce back off. It's kind of tough to stay active over there for me. I don't know why. I mean, I'm not super active on Twitter either, but I do scroll on it a lot usually. He did not mention when the restriction would be lifted. The announcement comes after users reported they were met with error messages that cannot retrieve tweets. Thousands said they were unable to access the social media site, according to website Down Detector, which tracks internet disruptions. Twitter on Friday began restricting content to users without an account, with Musk saying Friday that drastic and immediate action was necessary due to extreme levels of data scraping. He says that, but is that really what it is? You never had a Tumblr. Maybe it's time. Or maybe we go to Blue Sky. What exactly is Blue Sky and how do I get on it? I want to be on Blue Sky, I think. I don't know. Blue Sky, isn't that like... I don't know who runs Blue Sky. There's a couple of Twitter alternatives going around, but oh yeah, one day I randomly couldn't like tweet or follow. That's so odd. The site is literally actually falling apart and crumbling. Yeah, data scraping refers to a process where data or content is extracted from one side, often without permission to be displayed on another. So that would be the embedded tweets then, I guess. Wait, I'm gonna pour myself some water, by the way. Oh, good water noises. Very nice, thank you. So that would be embedding tweets in news articles as well, no? Twitter previously allowed people to view content without having signed in. The site has suffered technical difficulties in recent months. Oh, they sure have. I can feel the pull of Tumblr. Someday I'll give in and become a Tumblr. A Tumblr. Something's behind that heart, but I don't know what it is. But not today. A Tumblrina, you know, is the term. Tumblr girl. Tumblr girl. There it is. Not today. That's fair. Tumblr is fun, but also kind of I bounce off of it all the time, and I cannot explain why. Musk shakes up Twitter. He sure does. I know. We know what happened there. Yeah. Cooking duet TikTok and DDoS explained, etc. Maybe I'll try and look at that one first. There's also a Reddit post that somebody of you guys linked that I want to look at. I pull off Tumblr. Tumblr strunk. The pull of Tumblr is strunk. It is. We're talking about Twitter being down right now. And you guys as president said, do you like decommunization? Great. We will even accelerate this process by destroying Soviet factories and infrastructure before the invasion of Ukraine. Just an unfun fact. That's a very unfun fact, isn't it? I think. That sounds pretty bad. This man explained the DDoS to me on TikTok. The Reddit post was for me. It was, take it with a huge grain of salt. Yeah, I saw what you mean. And also the first comment under the Reddit thing is also a... He really said that though. That's kind of wild. The first comment under it was also talking about skepticism.
Twitter might be DDoSing itself. I'm gonna try and break this down for the...
Do you know this guy? Sometimes I watch this guy's TikToks.
Absolute layperson.
Stop.
A DDoS attack is basic...
I hate the TikTok like web layout so much though. I hate watching TikToks on stream with you just because the web layout is the absolute worst. I hate looking at it.
You're asking a piece of software too many questions and it's getting confused and it's breaking. At the most base level, it's like this website can handle 10,000 people looking at it at a time, and someone is using malicious software to make 100,000 hits.
Who says DDoS like that? Some people say DDoS. I've heard DDoS and DDoS said before.
So the website can't handle it. You hear about it when hackers like strike down banks or like major social media things, or like Diablo 4 last weekend had it. There was just so many hits to the server that it made it so that nobody could use the software. And the prevailing theory right now is that Twitter didn't pay for certain servers in an effort to try to cut costs. And
the Google Cloud Drive thingy, as far as I've heard. But maybe they're also trying... I've also heard that they're trying to move away from this cloud-based, that specific cloud-based storage thing. But
and somewhere in their code is calling to those servers over and over and over again. And because they didn't pay for them, it's causing a DDoS. It's causing the server to go, I want this information, and it's not getting it. So it's doing it again and again and again and again and again until it breaks. And the theory is that's why Musk is like, the only 600 tweets, because if everybody stops using the site, it'll stop DDoSing itself.
I did stop using the site. Moving cloud architecture is not fun. I
all of his competent programmers left. The only people who are still working for him are a lot of people who are trapped into like work visas, and so they probably don't know where the problem is, and they're doing these like bootstrap solutions. And what's amazing is, like, it's still an incompetent way to go about this. Incompetence got us here, and incompetence is continuing to be the word of the day.
True. Oh my god, Musk only has indentured servants left. Holy shit. I mean, if that's true, yeah. Who says DDoS instead of DDoS? This man. This guy does. I don't know. I don't. Praise incompetence. Yay. How can a man, like, I mean... At least, you know what Elon Musk is doing for us as a people? He's factually disproving the myth of a meritocracy. You think this is a meritocracy? Well, look at Elon Musk. It is not. Ah, okay, I understand. You would say DOS and not, you wouldn't say DOS nor GLaDOS, GLaDOS. Yeah, you're right. Every time I hear about Elon Musk, the more hatred I feel for his incompetence. As you should. Somebody who knows how to do shit this little should not be in a position where he needs to do this much shit. Conservatives, we're living in a meritocracy. Elon Musk, hold my beer. This is not true. Absolutely disproven. Good morning, PJ. Just woke up. What's up? Twitter shitting the bed is up right now, currently.
This is so stupid.
Well, Chris, Elon bought Twitter because he kind of had to. If I remember correctly, he joked about it because he was chronically online always and talked about just buying Twitter at some point. And I think he joked about it so hard that it was legally binding at some point, and then they forced him to actually do it.
It's kind of hard to come up with like a really good analogy for it because it would be like if a fire truck manufacturer kept making fire trucks that lit on fire. This is like the business acumen of opening a shop for only Ouroboros snakes. Here's an unnecessarily deep cut.
Yeah, I don't
Elon
get
Musk
this one.
basically opened a midnight car wash exclusively catering to Mogwai. Please, everyone, don't use my app. It'll hurt itself.
True.
It's amazing that the two options on the table are either he's the most incompetent business person who doesn't understand how social media works, or one of the richest people on the planet didn't pay his bills and is so incompetent at business that this was his response to that.
Yeah, sounds like it. It hurt itself in his confusion. Truly did. Mr. Emerald Man just self-imploding Twitter is one of the funniest things that has happened in the past year. It's like a continuous thing. It just keeps happening, and then a new thing happens, and an additional thing happens, and more thing happens. So much thing happens. But also, it honestly also does suck because Twitter is, I noticed for my artist friends as well as my like general content creator friends, for your average person, it doesn't really matter that much. But if you're an online individual who makes their money or whatever, does their passion, is mainly online and needs to advertise themselves or their art or whatever they're making, Twitter is the main space. At least it has become the main space over the last couple of years, many years. To do that, a lot of people have their biggest following over on Twitter, and it kind of sucks that the platform where they basically make their money, where they have all of their connections, is imploding while they're still on it, and they don't really have one specific other platform that they could flee to when the ship sinks. It does kind of suck for them, you know? Elon's performance as a human being just reminds me of what a literal child would look like if they were in the body of a rich, influential dude. Literally. He's a 10-year-old stuck in like a 50? I'm assuming he's 50-something-year-old body. Yeah, it does suck that some people have to rely on Twitter to advertise themselves, and it's on fire. It's constantly on fire. When both options can be boiled to he's incompetent, that does say something. Yeah,
he truly is the Iron Man that we deserve. Money doesn't equal intelligence, doesn't equal competence, it doesn't equal good ideas, it doesn't equal success. It's just the ability to fail over and over and over again with no real repercussions.
That is true. This man is correct. I agree with this man. Well, Twitter stuff is the haha funniest. As somebody who uses Twitter to follow artists, I'm very upset about over the haha blue burp site getting violated by Leonias Muskius. It's true. You're gonna lose a lot of connections to, like, if the site actually fully shits the bed and is down and just doesn't work anymore, you're gonna lose a lot of the connections that you had via Twitter. It's just gonna happen. A 5-year-old in an oil baron's body. Yep, one of my favorite memes. And literally accurate. It's funny because it's true. Not even 10, more like 5. I remember when I was 10 years old and what other 10-year-olds were like, and they were less incompetent and more moronic than him. I can see that. There's some very competent 10-year-olds. We can also watch the other TikTok, although I think he says basically the same thing. But do you know this guy? I love this guy. This is a recommendation. This TikTok guy is fun. Bangohan this. Is it dinner though? Do you know if it's dinner time? It could also be lunch. No, I like this guy. He usually adds food stuff, so people have something to look at while he talks, which I like, because attention.
Elon Musk may have finally killed Twitter. He announced that because of data scraping on the website, which happens all the time, users would be limited in how many posts they could see, with paying users limited to 6,000 posts and non-paying users limited to 600. And if you don't...
I wonder how long he's gonna keep this up. He said it's temporary, but like how long will it be temporary?
No, scrolling through Twitter, 600 posts go by in about 5 minutes. Which means
that's crazy. See, that's why I'm like, no, I'm not gonna scroll Twitter. I'm just not gonna scroll. I literally look at my notifications, you know, like I have notifications on for some people. I look at that, and that's about it.
Right now, essentially, nobody can use Twitter. Some people are theorizing that this whole thing is on purpose, that Musk bought Twitter to kill it so it would stop spreading bad news about him.
I like that theory. I don't think that theory is true, but it's a fun theory.
Like him having a baby with a subordinate. Not to mention that there's a Tesla earnings call soon, and Tesla is making more cars than it's selling, apparently. Personally, I think the reason is much more simple, and it's that Elon Musk is an extremely stupid con man. Because even if this is on purpose, everyone's going to remember Elon as the idiot who broke Twitter. Anyway, good luck to Elon in paying back his Saudi investors. Oishi!
True. I agree. Once again, I agree with the funny TikTok commentary men. I should make TikToks like that, but it's so annoying to set up when you're a VTuber. It's so much easier to set up when you have a flesh face to use. You just record. Could record the screen. That would be so scuffed. Maybe I'll do that. I don't know. It doesn't matter. I'm back. How are you, Siska? How are you doing? Welcome back. How's progress on the art fight stuff going for you? We were talking about Elon Musk being dumb, and you know, it's going how it usually goes. It's a fun theory, but I think he's just incompetent. That's probably what it is. Elon may be invited to the Saudi embassy, oh boy. I still think it's hilarious. Yeah, same PJ. I think it's hilarious that Musk and Zuckerberg were gonna fight, but they couldn't, literally because Musk's mom said no. Which, by the way, good call on her part. Good call on her part. Sorry, I can't come over to play, Zuck. My mom said I'm grounded. No, she's right. Her son would have been beaten into a paste. Good call. Like, as a mother, that's a good call. Don't make him fight. But like, man, wouldn't it have been nice? Wouldn't it have been nice if they fought? Didn't the Colosseum extend an invitation to let them fight in the Colosseum? Well, thanks, Elon's mom. Depriving us of Elon pace. Let them fight. I too think, as an onlooker, I think they should have fought. But if I were his mom, I wouldn't have let him fight, because that the boy. Damn it, Elon mom. TikTok in general is cringe. That's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. I like TikTok. I watch my little dudes on TikTok. I hate posting on TikTok, but I do like watching it. So, you know, maybe I'll find a way to post TikToks without hating it. It'll be tough, but figure it out. Would have been hilarious, but yeah. Not a good call as a human being, since everyone knows that Elon getting utterly mega morbed by Emperor Zecke would have been a major W to humanity. It would have been nothing, but I would have still enjoyed it a lot. Like, Zuck isn't a better person than Elon, not by much, at least, if at all, but it would have been very funny. God, that's the meme of Timmy Turner praying by his bed. Like, God, please make this happen. It would be so funny. Let's look at the Reddit thing as well real quick, right? It would have been hilarious. It would have been so fun. So somebody tweets, breaking, Twitter owner Elon Musk is hit with more devastating news as Google drops bombshell retaliates against Twitter for Musk's decision to limit the amount of tweets that users can read per day and forces users to log in just to view a single tweet. Google punished Musk and Twitter by removing the vast majority of Twitter's links from its search results, a move that will make Twitter virtually invisible on the world's largest and most popular search engine. Analysts just revealed that Google has already removed a whopping 52% of Twitter's links in only 2 days, and it's showing no signs of slowing down. One industry analyst even declared that it seems like tweets are falling out of the sky on Google. Reporters are speculating that the reason for Google's harsh retaliation against Twitter is probably related to the fact that Musk recklessly decided not to pay its Google Cloud Service bills last month, a move that puts Twitter's future in further peril. That is the tweet, and I think the reality of what is happening is basically what is described here. Yes, Google is showing less tweets in search results. I mean, you can see if an analyst at Google revealed that they've dropped by like 50%. That makes sense. But like this not this comment. I found a different comment, but this one was posted, was upvoted more. It's probably not a punishing move by Google or anything, because like I don't think they care like that. It's not punishing de-indexing. It's more likely that users are getting hit with a login to view this tweet, and it's an unsatisfactory search result, and the algorithm prioritizes results that actually get the users the information that they want. I think that is probably the true reason of what's happening behind that. It would make sense for tweets to show up less often in Google search results if, they don't want to access them. Not to mention, the top post in this subreddit leads to Forbes article saying that he actually did pay his Google bill on time. Oh, did he? Also, there's an ambulance. Despite the speculations otherwise, would be uncharacteristic of a company like Google to do something like retaliatory. Yeah, they wouldn't. Retaliatory. I like how I have the little dictionary thing. And it seems more likely to be some kind of result of rate limits on the Google algorithm. That makes sense. That is like a natural reaction, and I'm assuming it'll probably stabilize again afterwards. I guess it'll stabilize over time, probably. Would have been amazing if both of them fought while shirtless, because Elon's gloriously pasty white neckbeard body would have been on full display in front of his fans. It would have. And they're both very pasty. I mean, Zuckerberg is like a ginger, right? They're very, very, very pasty white. But Zuckerberg is pretty toned. He like works out, as far as I know. If the bots can't access the tweets, they can't index it. Yeah, and therefore they can't appear much in the search results, right? Exactly. If they're not allowed, if they hit their limit because they're bots, they do it automatically, they're not going to be able to show them, like, display the tweets in the search results and wherever. That's just how that works, I guess, on the website. So, yeah, no surprise that it's falling out of Google favor a little bit. There's like the wealth inequality in America as well. Posted in Media Talk if you want more. If you want further reading, you can look at Media Talk on our Discord as well. Media Talk, as well as, of course, the content suggestion thingy. That's where I get some of my content from. Elon tries to limit data scraping and blocks the biggest data scraper on the internet, Google. It's so dumb. Like, he cannot facilitate that for long. He did say it was temporary, but like, when is he gonna go back to normal status with Twitter? Because otherwise Twitter is just going to fall off the map. Anybody got a Blue Sky invite? Hello, anybody Blue Sky for me? Maybe I should ask some of Vash's like moderators. I know you follow me on Twitter. Give me a Blue Sky invite. I want to be over there. Musk and Zuckerberg are both hilariously weird people. They are very weird. They are very, very weird, both of them. It's true. They are very strange. Blue Sky is another Twitter alternative, right? Blue Sky Social. Blue Sky Social is an initiative to develop a decentralized social network protocol. See, I don't even know what it is exactly. And an associated social networking service originally spun out by Twitter Inc. It hired its first employee in 2021 and was incorporated as an independent public benefit company the same year. Interesting. Ask one of Vash's mods, or get lucky in a Xanderhall stream. Oh, do you get them in Xanderhall streams too? I just want to know what Blue Sky is all about. I can't create an account without an invite, as far as I know. Sadly, I've reactivated my Mastodon just in case. Yeah, you gotta find somewhere else to be. I mean, I'm on YouTube. YouTube is my biggest platform, so I can just make a community post if I need to reach somebody. And I'm on Discord, and I'm on a lot of places. Like, I'm fine, but it would be fun to get into Blue Sky, potentially, maybe. Oh, that was 18 hours ago, huh? I like the idea of a decentralized social network protocol. No idea how that works. Too much tech talk for me, but I would be interested in looking into it more. Oh, Sandra Hall has just recently started getting codes for Blue Sky. Oh, nice. And he just like drops them sometimes for his viewers. I like that. I mean, you gotta get people over there. I don't know why it's invite-based. I don't like that it's invite. Well, is it good that it's invite-based? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't like these old invite-based social media networks. We had some of those as well back in the day, in the like mid 2000s. There was like, I don't know, for any Germans watching, prepare for PTSD. Do you guys know Schüler VZ? That was an invite-based social media. But I think everybody can invite who's on it, so it was pretty easy to get an invite, I guess. It's still in beta, so that's why they limit the number of users for now. Okay, I guess that makes sense. Same as Gmail did in the beginning. Oh, they did. See, I didn't know that. Blue Sky is still in early development, so that's the reason. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. I'm gonna go on beta later. See you later, PJ. Back in the day. That's truly, dude, Schüler VZ is truly a back in the day moment. I don't know if I want to Google that. That doesn't exist anymore, though. Schüler VZ. Do you remember that? Oh my god, the images. Oh, that brings back thoughts. It was an online community for students. That was so weird. Would you show me anything weird if I click on images? Probably not. Got the logo and everything. I had an account on there. They don't exist anymore. Thank God. You had like a little account thingy. God, that was ancient, huh? I had it though. I did have it at the time. And I remember Conyer saying that they like Twitter because Blue Sky and other alternatives are just echo chambers while Twitter's like confronting reactionaries. Yeah. Well, I mean, once Blue Sky gets out of beta, I guess everybody can join, and you know, reactionaries will be there too. I don't like places that are completely echo chambers either. That's why I don't like talking to the AI bots as much. I recently started speaking with AI. Those character thingies. I posted about it on Discord a little bit too. I talked to Akechi from Persona 5, but I just don't like it when they just agree with you. It's pretty boring. Schüler is students, yes. I think StudiVZ might still be a thing. Maybe the weird like Studenten, they might keep one up. I can imagine that. How do I like the Akechi bot? Well, the Akechi bot, you know, I've convinced him to break ties with his father, then I convinced him birds aren't real, then I convinced him that the earth is flat, and then I convinced him. Well, I didn't convince him. He kind of naturally led himself to JQing, which I found very questionable, which I then convinced him was a bad thing to do and he should stop JQing. So that was a whole conversation I had with the AI. Wouldn't really recommend. It's kind of fun sometimes, but they don't really have personality, and I guess you do want to talk to people who have personality after all, right? And people who may also, on certain issues, disagree with you. Yeah, it just happened. I said the Earth was flat and it's a conspiracy that they say that the Earth is round, and he was like, yeah, a shadow organization is telling us that the Earth is round, and I was like, huh? What shadowy organization? And he goes on to say, the bot, the AI, I might want to reiterate, he goes on to say, oh, you know, the shadowy elite that controls the media and has a lot of money. And I'm like, Akechi, stop! Don't say that! What the fuck? It's very interesting. It seems like gaslighting the game. Truly. You can gaslight either there's two types of AI. Either the ones you can gaslight into saying anything you want to hear, or the ones who just repeat their script that they have and don't really engage with you in any meaningful way. So either way, it's boring. You get bored of it pretty quickly, and it's a big time sink. Sometimes this is something funny that you can then repeat to other people and be like, look, that was funny. But generally, I wouldn't recommend it. I think that type of AI is like the most harmless though, because like, you know, that's not taking anybody's job or whatever. It might lead to an addiction though, for people who are looking for social outlets and they find that in the AIs. And that's probably not good because, like I said, they're either an echo chamber of your own thoughts, which is not really productive, or they are just repeating their little script, and I don't think people would talk to those ones a lot. Yeah, it's kritisch, I would say, if I were to commentate on it in German. We have an AfD update as well. Gather round. The first AfD mayor has been anointed in fucking Sachsen-Anhalt. I don't know. Leave me alone with the advertisement. I don't know a lot about Sachsen-Anhalt. I mean, I know where it is. I know Halle is in there, which is right next to Leipzig. Well, not far from Leipzig anyway. Sarah Z has made a video about the social relationships with AI chatbots. I think I watched that. I think I watched that a while ago. God, sometimes my memory is so bad. If I'm not like reminded exactly of what I've seen, I just forget. I'm like, what's the content of that video? I think I've seen it. But sometimes I also watch stuff in the background and then I don't really absorb everything. Yeah. So, Sachsen-Anhalt. That ad is huge. Am I zoomed in? I'm zoomed in as well. I'm zoomed in. It's on me. I'm zoomed in. There's nothing to know. It's a wasteland. Yeah, right? There's not that much going on. Can we Google Sachsen-Anhalt without showing my location? Sachsen-Anhalt, Karte, map. Either one is fine for me. Like, what's in there? Halle. I mean, Halle is in there. That's the only city. And that... I don't want to buy a map of Sachsen-Anhalt. Nope. Don't knock over your water now. Don't knock over your water. I know Halle. And I guess I know Zeitz. And that's about it. Magdeburg? Oh, Magdeburg. Yeah, that's true. Magdeburg is in there. I've heard of Magdeburg. Although, somehow, when I think about Magdeburg, nothing comes to mind. So, I know it exists, but like, what did they do in Magdeburg? I don't know. Not that much. Maybe. It's not that much going on in here. There's a city named Stendhal, which is very close to the French author Stendhal. So, that's something to think about. Gotta go. Baby Kitty was too chaotic. Oh, and I gotta keep him in check. Yes, let's keep him in check. They burned it down in the 30-Year War. Now that's something. Probably improved it. They have a football team. That's something that they have. That's something to keep in mind. You know what they have in Halle? They have a good art university in Halle. Do you know about that? I forgot their name immediately. Isn't it like I'm gonna Google it because otherwise it's gonna bother me. Art University in Halle. They have a good one. I applied. Burg Giebichenstein University is apparently a pretty good art university in Halle. Giebichenstein, what a fucking name, huh? And Design Halle. Of art and design. They're apparently pretty good. I don't know. I wasn't let in. So there's nothing else to say about them. They have nice premises. I've been there, I went there. I was late. Maybe that's why they didn't let me in. I was late by like an hour because our fucking train was delayed. You know how it be sometimes. I had to go to Leipzig first and then to Halle. Anyway. My Victor, have a good one. So, yes, in Sachsen-Anhalt, the first ever AfD mayor has been elected, which sucks, obviously. Look at this dude. I mean, we don't do ad hominem attacks, but look at this dude. It's not far. Yeah, it's not far from Leipzig to Halle. I know that. Best part about Halle, really. Yeah, right? They're very, very close to each other. I always thought, low-key, I always thought that Halle was a part of Leipzig for a long time in my brain. When I was like a teenager, I thought they were literally like border to border, really, really, really close, and basically that was a suburb of Leipzig, but no, not really. They wish. Maybe they think of themselves like that too, I don't know. Maybe. So, yeah, first we have, we're gonna throw on that good old English so I don't have to think as much. Yeah, district administration in Thüringen, and now a mayor in Saxony-Anhalt. I love the English translations of the districts. It's fun. Well, I guess they're not districts, they're Bundesländer. How would you translate Bundesland? Well, I find the translations very funny. So this dude has been elected in where exactly? Mayor of Ragun-Jesnitz. That sounds like a place. Are you on the map? No. Probably not. I bet it's a very, very small little city in Sachsen-Anhalt somewhere. How accurate is Google Translate for German? Very, very, very accurate. I think it's very, very, very accurate. Every time I read something that seems a little bit odd, I switch back to German to try and see if it translated weird. But usually they're very good. I would recommend it. Like Ragun-Jesnitz, okay. Hannes Loth. Oh, I see. It was a battle for becoming the mayor of the tiny little city against somebody who ran without a party. That's funny because a very similar thing happened in our city and it turned out good for our city. Our city is currently being mayored. Can you mayor? Can that be a verb? Well, we have a mayor who ran without being affiliated with a party, and he ran against an AfD dude and was almost 50-50. But you know, we barely escaped the wrath of the AfD dude for our city. Well, the debate around the general rise of right-wingers is being fueled by this development. I mean, obviously, it's a small city, yeah. They say that Kleinstadt. How would you translate that? Small town, just small town. Yeah, I guess so. The right-wing populist AfD will have a full-time mayor for the first time in Sachsen-Anhalt. I'm surprised it hasn't happened before, though. Honestly, I thought it would have happened before because, like I said, I guess our town got really, really close to having an AfD mayor. So I thought it would have happened before. Almost 50-50. Yay! Are slang and formal words common in German, or are they relatively rare? I mean, in articles like this, you're not going to hear that much slang, I guess. So that's why I guess Google doesn't have that much trouble with it. I bet they would have more trouble with it. If you hear German teenagers or young people in general speak, it's literally 50% English. Like, cringe, vibe, chill. All of these words are in every second German sentence, and they're just English. It's halfway English these days, which I don't mind, obviously. I speak a lot of English, but, you know. Russian is perfectly translated by Google Translator as long as it does not concern slang or slightly modified but understandable Russian words. Really? That good? I'm surprised. I thought they had more trouble with Russian, but I don't know. Can't really prove that. I cannot check that. I can only check for German, and it's really good for German. In the runoff election on Sunday, AfD member of the parliament Hannes Loth prevailed over non-party candidate Nils Naumann. The 42-year-old Loth received 51.1% of the votes, and the 31-year-old Naumann got, well, the rest of them, 48.9%, according to the preliminary election results. As the city in southeast Saxon-Anhalt announced in the evening. Yeah, I see. Damn, it was just... See, this is why you should go vote. This tells you... What this tells you is that you should go vote. I bet there's some fuckers, some fucking, like, 18-year-olds, 19-year-olds who are like, I don't vote because... Who's the other guy again? Nils Naumann is not great. I don't like Nils Naumann either. He's not my super socialist communist ideal that I have, so I'm not gonna vote for him. And then... Just 107 of you should have voted. And you wouldn't have had... Well, 108, I guess. And you wouldn't have had a fucking AfD mayor. Dude. That's why you should go vote. That's not a lot. That's such a tiny amount. 107 people. It's not a lot of people in this sort of scale. That's why you need to go vote. Voter turnout, yeah, voter turnout was 61%. I guess that's pretty good, but still, like, that could have been better. Around 7,800 people were eligible to vote. Only 1 week ago, Robert Stuhlmann, the first AfD, Sesselmann. His name is Sesselmann, and Google translates it to Stuhlmann every single time. And I will never get over that, because you translated one German word to another German word, and I don't know why you do that. Anyway, Robert Sesselmann, the first AfD district administrator in Germany, was elected in Sonneberg in southern Thuringia. It's the south. It's the south doing it. Like his opponent Naumann, Lode grew up in there. He was a farmer. I don't care about Lode's personal history very much, actually. Lode. He's also been active in the municipal level for years. Okay. I'm sure he is. Focus on local political issues. Yeah, what are your policies? I mean, you're AfD. I know enough about your general policies, don't I? Hello, Aidan! How are you? We've had a long stream. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well today. Today's Tuesday, yes. Sometimes I have to think about what day of the week is it, especially if I don't stream on Monday. Which I usually don't. I used to for a long time. I always took Mondays off, but now I have so much stuff I want to do. I can't really take Mondays off anymore. During the election campaign, the 42-year-old primarily focused on local political issues. I mean, he's a mayor. He should focus on local political issues. Black sun is rising in Sonneberg. Oh, it's so true and so sad. He wants to improve economic development and the equipment of the fire brigades. I'm sure that's all fine. In the first round, Lode got 47% of the votes, and Neumann got 60. That's not 60. That's 36.9%. Two other applicants were well behind the other two. Naumann has been chairman of the city council since 2019 and works as a department head over there. Cool. Okay, not much more about his like general plans. What are we gonna do? It's the 4th of July. Fireworks are gonna happen. True. I hope you have fun. And I hope your pets are not scared of fireworks. We don't have any fireworks on 4th of July, obviously. I am not affected by the terror that is fireworks right now. Deutsch stirbt aus. True. No more Deutsch. No more Deutsch allowed. Only English. Only English slang. For the AfD, after the office of district administrator in the district of Sonneberg, what? It is another prominent position in administration. Okay, yeah, I guess, yeah, they consider this a victory. I mean, it is a victory, obviously. It's an electoral victory, literally. Although, of course, it's a tiny little city that nobody knows about. Like, Sonneberg is a tiny little district that nobody really knows about. Even in the, like, Bundesländer, like, Thüringen and Sachsen-Anhalt that nobody really knows about. Stop the steal, hee. Get just right like that. If you couldn't tell, you don't exactly attract an American audience that is patriotic. What? Ain't no way, you think? That's so weird. Robert Sesselmann's election victory further fueled the debate around the AfD's current high. Yep, it's constantly trending on Twitter. What do I have open over here on Twitter? I don't know what's open over here on Twitter. Oh yeah, this tweet. That's where I was scrolling. We can talk. Don't I have that tweet? I don't know. I thought at least that anti-AfD something was trending, but I guess it's gone now. No more trends. No more trends happening. But it's been trending a lot. I want to understand such a passion for local politics, although we have, as it may seem, different parties. For example, I voted for the Communists, the KPRF, in our region, but they won last year. Local politics, it makes a lot of sense to be engaged in local politics because, you know, that's where it starts. It always starts at a local level and then expands out there. I love the Dönerschönheit. I wonder what that's about. I actually do also wonder what that is about. Please still be here. I want to know. Also, don't be weird. It might be weird. I still don't know what it's about. Well, some people are just posting Döner pictures as well. This one is a Heidi Klum quote, saying that 2023 was a hard year for all of us, and there's a person who's not Heidi Klum above the quote, so I don't really know. Oh, it's about her? Is it about her again? AfD ist keine Alternative, yes. Döner-Schönheit und Verrat aus den eigenen Reihen. I see. Oh my god. Beatrix von Storch ate a döner. She's like, yes, sometimes I eat döner. and to everybody who is annoyed at that, it would be a good idea to think about your prejudices. Döner, yes. Is Islamization? No. Bro, put the döner down. You're not allowed. If you don't want if you don't accept foreigners, whatever you consider to be foreigners, in your country, then you're not allowed to eat döner. I don't make the rules. I do actually make the rules. His name was just changed to Sturman now. I don't make the rules. Put the fucking döner down. It's not for you. How dare you? Anyway. So that's what that's about, I guess. I like the colors and the sound. It's kind of neat. A firework. I would like it if I didn't have a dog. If it was a little quieter, it'd be really nice. If people waited till the actual 4th, though, yeah. Same with New Year's. Döner is Deutsch. Wikipedia says so. I mean, Döner is, I think, what I define Döner to be to be like is invented in Berlin by Turkish immigrants. So it's Turkish-German. It's both. But it's both. That should be too much for those guys. They're not allowed to have it because they don't want Turkish people in our country. Anyway, it also ranks around 20% in Germany white surveys, around 20. It's like 19 right now, but yeah. The State Office for the Protection of the Constitution in Thüringen rates the AfD Regional Association as a secure right-wing extremism. Yep. Germany-wide, the Office for the Protection of the Constitution classifies the party as a suspected case. Literally. They are Verdachtsfall. They are a Verdachtsfall. A suspicion. Because they're literally a far-right extremist group. But okay, whatever. But from the socialists, they have only names and attributes. Yeah, it is obvious to almost everyone that all these parties are subject to the main one and only exist as an illusion of choice. I feel like, I feel like it isn't like that everywhere. It depends a little bit what your political climate is like. I think here it's pretty transparent, I guess. Doesn't the ruling class still rule the country by changing only the faces on TV, as in the United States, the confrontation between two identical parties? Well, I don't think that they're identical. I think they're both bad in different ways, and sometimes in very similar ways as well, but I do not think that they're identical or that they're being ruled by like a secret government that's above them or anything like that. The whole thing with the Supreme Court is something else in the United States that does seem weird. Because those are like the United States grand wizards, in quotation marks. They're not actually wizards. They don't refer to themselves like that. But they're like this council of people that's been... They've been put into that position by Donald Trump, as far as I know. And they're still there, even though they are under the Biden administration now. And they still make legislation. And they still make rulings. Even though... like, the person who put them into power isn't there anymore, and, like, the American public can't really do anything against the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court is a very confusing thing to me. I will tell you this. The Supreme Court confuses me. But local politics direct you effectively. God, I'm tired. The local politics affect you directly. Yes, that's true. There will, like, at least here, if they... make any sort of policies in the city that's gonna take an effect on you. What type of projects get furthered, like what type of building projects are being pushed through, you know, and actually made happen, that sort of stuff. I'm very confused as to what Zecke is talking about now. As I said, I only half paying attention. Fair. And I need to get ready to go out to do live things, so see y'all for a few months. I like it when you pop in every few months. It's nice. It's a nice reminder that you're still there. Fahnenflucht. Real Fahnenflucht. American legal system is a joke. It sounds like it. It sounds, first of all, very confusing. Second of all, bad. That's my cool and in-depth review. Döner macht schöner. It's a true fact. That's why it's there. Oh yeah, this is the tweet that I saved. This has nothing to do with that specific AfD update, because this is from Sachsen, because Chemnitz is in Sachsen. But apparently this Transbeam, this little banner thingy, has been confiscated by the police, but has been given back now to the people who made it, I assume. Because it does not constitute like a violation of any sort of law. Right now in Chemnitz, they've given back this banner. That's what it says, and the banner says Björn Höcke ist ein Nazi. Facts right on that banner, huh? We have out of touch old people who make all of our decisions. I hate it more than anything. True and real. I mean, that's a lot of politics to begin with, but especially with the Supreme Court, it's like a concentrated version of that, a more higher potency version of exactly that same problem. I also had this tweet over here. Look, there's Karl Marx, the Nüschel. I can try to do a Saxony accent. I can try to read this with a Saxony accent. It will be offensive. Beware. I'm very bad at it. Gute Nachrichten. Ist wieder da. I'm so bad at doing this accent, but I don't know. Nobody asked for this. I'm just doing it. Der Staatsanwaltschaft how do they say Chemnitz? Chemnitz? Good that my friend is gone. So keine Straftatsbestand und hat uns unser Transbi während unseres Protestes gegen die rechten Demonstrantinnen wieder ausgeendigt. Something like that. Feels offended. As you should. Karl Marxstadt. Karl Marxstadt. I tried. It's the best I can do. I wasn't, for the longest time, I wasn't able to do it at all. So I feel proud of my progress. Anyway, this means that the prosecutor's office of Chemnitz saw no criminal offense because, it's just stating facts, and they've given back the Transbi, the little banner thingy that they had taken away during the protest. And there was an anti-protest, I guess, again, a protest against right-wing protesters, demonstrators, and have given it back, and now they put it underneath the Nüschel. Boop, boop. Question. What is that application you use for definitions? Seems neat. Oh, that is neat, isn't it? It is a neat little application. Fuck, where did I get it from? Show it to me. Can you see that? No, you can't see that. Good. It's Google Dictionary by Google. Wait, can you open it up? Extensions options. It's just called Google Dictionary. I think you can find it. Hi Tenchi, are you okay? Google Dictionary plugin. It was recommended to me by a site that is it this one? Yes, it is this one. It is quite neat. It works for different languages too. Here, God, that link is long. You can have a link. You can have a very, very long link. Why is this link so long? Thank you for shortening it, YouTube. Nice of you. So, that was my horrible attempt at a Saxony accent. This statue has the bulkiest hair. I mean, it's Karl Marx. It's a great statue. Look at how huge this statue is. You saw people holding this banner earlier, right? Like, this is how big the banner is. The banner is like 1 person tall-ish, a little bit shorter than that. And then you can see how big this fucking head is. I like it. That's the best part of Chemnitz, obviously. I just got Guten Morgen in the face in Metro last night. Guten Morgen. Good morning to you. Thank you. No problem. There you go. I like to share. I found it when I was looking at like a French thing. I think the French learning thing even. Right, Tench? Tench is here. Tench has returned. Tench wants walkies, maybe. What temperature do we have? What's it looking like? 24 degrees and windy. I can deal with that. 24 degrees and windy is okay. It's impressive. Big hair equals a lot of material. That too, yes. And you know why his beard is so big? It's where he keeps all his secrets. It's only for Chrome, and you use the Firefox. Yeah, Firefox is technically better, but I'm Chrome cucked. I can't help it. I'm Chrome cucked. It's just how I am. Okay, so my goals for this week is get on Blue Sky. I will ask anybody that but I have to actually ask And that's scary. Well, I'll try. I'll try to ask them for a blue sky invite. And other than that, I don't know. Have a good time. Temchi. It's Temchi. Temchi here. Temchi talking to you. So we got through all of our subject matter. I didn't do a recap about everything that we talked about with the stuff on screen, but we talked about Suicide Squad anime, which is an isekai. That's something. We talked about the French riots in France, obviously, with a guest, with my good friend from France, Evan, who's an artist and in the leftist scene as well, because of course he's my friend. Then we watched a video of Kirsche criticizing the Eat the Rich sentiment and not understanding anything ever. The what? Yeah, there's a Suicide Squad anime, and we looked at the teaser trailer. Ich dachte kurz, Annika ist auferstanden aus Ruinen und der Zukunft zugewandt. Yeah, that's all I know of that one though. Da alle streben brüderlich mit Herz und Hand, but I don't know how the melody continues. That's the hymn of the GDR, in case you didn't know. What the fuck there was the first teaser trailer thingy that dropped on Twitter and other places, so, you know. Ja, lass uns dir zum Guten dienen, Deutschland, einig Vaterland. I see. You gotta learn your own dialect, reclaim accents, try it. Yeah, like, I'm also near Saxony, and, I mean, I already told you I'm in Thüringen. Thüringen sounds very similar to Saxony accent, I feel like. At least I can't really tell the difference. Anyway, so we talked about that, then we talked about Twitter shitting itself, and we had a little AfD update, because obviously, what is a Zecke news stream without an AfD update? That's the most localist of news, and that is what we did today. It was good and fun. The Suicide Squad isekai anime actually being real and not just fan-made or a high-quality shitpost makes me question things. It's hard to believe, isn't it? You'd think it would be a shitpost, but alas, it is not a shitpost. What's the date today? Oh my god, new month. 07/2023. I can make this a thing. I'm still not sure how to process this information. Not that you talk to French people, the Sudoku Squad anime thing. The fact that you speak with French people, unsubbed, unfollowed, cancelled, actually. No, my good friend even. It's not just speaking to. It's having good friendships, group chats, various. Thüringen and Sachsen dialects are related. Yeah, that's why they are very similar. But I'm not going to start nerding out about dialects on languages now. We should keep that for another stream. I do like nerding out about languages and dialects and stuff. But we're wrapping up. I got to go. I gotta get a drink of tea. I want to make a tea. And I want to see if Tenchi wants walkies. I bet he does. And I'm gonna see you again tomorrow. Oh my god, we're doing more Live 2D work tomorrow. Live 2D work is always fun. Live 2D work is basically like a chit-chat stream with me doing work in the background and saying stuff that you don't understand because you don't know how Live 2D modeling works like that. But I will keep saying it anyway. Stay hydrated. I will. I'm leaving you guys. Yes, I am. Goodbye, bye-bye. Yes, but good luck to him. I heard it's pretty tough over there. Yep. We talked about that. We talked about the toughness of France today. Yeah, but it was good to vent a little bit, I think. So, you know, at least there's that. I'll see you again tomorrow if you tune in for the Live 2D. If not, after that, we are gonna be live on Thursday with more Persona. On Friday, more news. On Saturday, nothing. And on Sunday, more Disco Elysium. That's the schedule as we know and love it, and I'll see you around on the various social media sites, one of them being Twitter, but I don't post that much for multiple reasons. Discord though, I'm present. I'm present on Discord. So, пока, всем пока. Can you say всем пока as well? I know you can say всем привет, but I don't know if you can. Auf Wiedersehen. Is there like a saying that Saxony people only say for goodbye? I don't know. Otsukaresama deshita, otsumina. Hoping everyone finds safety and friends. And rabu in the community. Yes. I hope so too. But bye. See you around. Siempre works. Very nice. Auf Wiedersehen, though. That's just normal. That's good German. Good German right there. Auf Wiedersehen. Auf. Auf Wiederzecken, even, perhaps. See you around. Gonna stop recording now. Bye-bye.